Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, babe, can you tell me if you can see the whole thing? All right, that sounds like a plan. Shoo-doo-doo-doo. All right, everybody, welcome in. Welcome in. Damn, get that going right there. Welcome in, everybody. Tap the screen. So, what do you guys think? Should Mexican Americans receive reparations before African Black Americans? African or Black Americans? This is what somebody challenged me. Oh, you can't. God damn it. Come on. Mm. Welcome in, welcome in. La di da. Yeah, there you go. Hey, somebody said we just need unity. Chicana. That's what somebody answered to the question. They said, we just need unity. That's a fucking great answer, man. You know, I'm sort of just like, I don't know, just asking a question. Hey, welcome in.
How you doing, brother?
Doing pretty good, man. How can you help? You want to answer the question? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was looking at the prompt. Sí, nombre pues I mean, I get should, um, I agree. Like, cause like, what are we like? White people be like, nah, y'all Mexicans, and then Mexicans are like, nah, y'all Americans. So like, I'm confused. Like, you know. So
Well, yeah. But right now we're asking, should Mexican Americans receive reparations before African or Black
well, I
Americans?
thought it meant representation. I was like, what? I'm stupid. Um,
Yeah, we do. Yeah, well, we do need representation. We do. So,
I think
like,
so.
the way you described it, maybe the Native Americans than the Mexicans. Well, thank you, brother, for coming up. Uh, yeah, that's why your name is I don't know nothing. Native Americans. Well, I don't know, man. I'm a Mexican American. I get what you're saying, man. But like, I got that's a whole nother. Welcome in, Joey.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Nice to thank you for coming up. You want to answer the question,
Yeah,
please?
yeah, I definitely do agree that Mexicans do deserve reparations before they do, just because, our land was taken from us, and legit, we are treated like outsiders, even though we are indigenous, we're still in our motherland, versus these people aren't.
All right, thank you. That's beautiful. Hey, Chicana, come over here. We got somebody because I think it's a touchy subject. Well, not a touchy subject. I agree with what she said. That I think that Mexicans should receive, but I think when Mexicans receive reparations, it does include the African American,
No,
right? So like with you don't think so?
I don't think they deserve reparations. I mean, like, everybody has been enslaved. We how you call it, it doesn't make any sense for them to get reparations. I think Africa should be giving them the reparations, not us.
Mm. Well, because we're talking about the United States government as because that's who we're asking for reparations, right?
Yeah.
So we're talking about land back.
I want some reparations from Spain and England and Portugal. Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay. I
want
get where you guys are
reparations
going with
from.
it.
I
Okay.
mean, why if we're gonna go back, let's go all the way the fuck back. And I think Spain has a hefty penny to pay back to the indigenous people. I think that England and all of Europe has a hefty penny to pay back. Why are they fucking scot free?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. I
Right?
agree. I agree.
Why are they getting off? Why are they avoiding the bill?
Honestly, I think everybody just should go back to like their motherlands at this point. I think that's why everything is so off balance because
Girl,
nobody is in their
facts.
motherlands.
All squatters. That's right. All squatters need to go back. I mean, I kind of equated it to a boxing match. When the bell rings, everyone goes to their corners, right?
Yeah,
The bell's ringing. Everyone go to your fucking corners. Like, go to your
exactly.
own land.
Exactly. And it's just so stupid for us to be treated as outsiders. Like we legit have stories within tribes from the north traveling to the south traveling to the north, you know, like, and for us to be treated like as outsiders, that's like that's fucked up. You know, like I said, they stole so much of our land. Like we deserve reparation first than anybody.
That's right. So Smiley said, "Why is everything about race?" Damn.
We didn't make it that. We didn't make it about that. When the white race came and decided that we were less than of a race, that's when the race war started.
Exactly.
We didn't start that shit. We're gonna finish it, but we didn't start it.
Exactly.
So
We were
hey, I want-
coexisting
maybe
and
you guys-
cohabitating on this continent.
maybe you guys could help me understand this guy's little whatever he says, his little comment. He says, Cortez sold us. What the fuck's
Us. He may have sold you. He didn't
Sold
sell
you,
me.
It didn't sold me.
Well, I
still
think
here.
I understand what he's saying.
Yeah,
Like,
I know, no.
Sold us where? We're still on our continent.
Yeah, we're still in our motherland. We just got colonized, friend.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't get put on a ship, shipped nowhere, and sent nowhere. I mean, I get some of us did. No, okay. I just said I get some of us did, but those of us that are still here, we're still here. It didn't work. Genocide didn't work, right? Colonization didn't work because here we are on an indigenous platform fighting for indigenous consciousness and freedom.
and you're right, Smiley. The world is colonized. That's what we're trying to
Yes,
reverse
and the
and
ones who
figure out.
get colonized are
never-
usually the losers.
God
sir.
damn! Whoa, whoa,
Mhm.
whoa! Hold on. Whoa, calm. Hey, I don't want to.
No,
Yeah.
don't worry about it, son. I'm just saying the truth. Let me tell you.
I'm gonna
let
need
me
you to
get-
we're
let me
turn
still
tell
your
you
ahead.
something.
privilege
We're
down
still
just a
standing here.
little
Turn it
bit.
down a little bit.
You're
Turn
actually
your
lucky
white
my
tea
people
privilege
didn't do
down
the
just a
colonizing.
like
little
it because
We're
you
not
couldn't
as
take us
merciful as
down.
the
Because
Anglos.
you
Who's
couldn't
trust
take
your
us
me.
down.
people?
We're not as merciful
couldn't
as the
take us
Anglos.
down.
Are your
If
people
my Russian
Tourette's based?
broskies,
You couldn't take us
kurva,
down.
yati
Your
kashim
Russian
kurva. If my
broskies.
people did the colonizing, you wouldn't exist. We're
You
not
wouldn't
weak
make
enough
us.
to leave survivors
Stop it.
like
You were
you.
not strong enough
We
to defeat
butcher the
us.
Muslim
You
pigs.
needed.
This is the
to
difference
you
between
butchered
us.
the-
Let me
the
tell you the
other
difference
Hey, that's
tribes
not
to
between
take
even-
us down. You're
when the
fucking
Muzzies
weak.
invaded us, we kicked their ass. When the Anglos invaded you,
You hear what he's saying?
Yeah,
own
guess what?
you.
You
They
didn't
own
do
you.
shit. You didn't do
Watch
anything.
out.
You personally didn't do shit.
Yeah.
You're riding on the coattails of your commie bastards.
No,
okay?
no, relax,
You didn't do
relax.
shit.
He
Be
was.
quiet.
Were you listening to what he was talking
Yeah,
about?
he was talking some craziness.
Crazy.
You see, like this is what I mean. There's so much hate out there. Everybody should just go back to their motherlands.
Hey, like that
Ooh,
old
I
Russian
kinda do agree
saying,
with that, man.
like the old Russian saying goes, "Oh Welsky,
Oh, okay.
You like hot dog?
oh
With your
Welsky,
buns.
motherfucker."
Yeah, I just wanted to give my 2 cents on it. I am gonna hop out because I am sick. I have a really bad cough, but yeah.
Make sure you follow us. I
Yeah,
want you to
I've
come
been
back
following
up.
Alright,
you guys
Josie,
for a
thank you so
while.
much.
I tune in and listen.
Thank
I don't
you,
really hop in
sis.
Yeah,
on
I
your
miss you.
lives. I like to.
Well, feel free, warrior sister. You can come in anytime you
But
want.
thank you again for having
Thank you,
me.
And
Josie.
get better. Take some
I've been,
echinacea.
yeah, I've been.
Thank you.
I checked out her page. Like, thank you, sis.
All right, sis. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, so we're talking to
Dang, we just had a KKKGB.
Well, no,
up.
he was. Yeah, see, so he's trying to get us to talk about stuff so they could pin anti-Semitic shit on us, right? So we got to be smarter and more savvier than them, ha ha ha.
He
Because
just
I
thought-
see their fucking little tricks.
He sounded like a KKKGB.
Nah, he sounded like he was trying to get
You
like,
didn't hear my two meshing of the two terms.
oh yeah, yeah, I get
You
it.
kind of glazed over it like a bee.
Nah, I get it.
But he was racist, right? He was talking about doing bad things to Muslims. Like that's not
You
okay.
was just insane. Yeah,
Yeah.
his topic because
It's that
that's
supremacy.
them, man. Like,
Yeah, it's
and
that
she
supremacy.
she hit it right on the head. She was like, "Yeah, I think everybody should go back. That includes religions." because he's trying to make it a religion thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think
Yeah,
all
I
of the
agree.
Abrahamic religions should go back to where they go
Yeah.
or where they belong.
There
They
you
don't
go.
belong here on this continent because it was forced on us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that part.
How about American Indians before anyone? A
That's
Mexican,
us.
a Mexican.
You would be talking about the Mexican people.
Yeah, like
You guys
so,
are conflating Mexican government with Mexican people. We hold both of those identities as nationalists and as a race. We're
exactly.
Mexica. So let's be very clear when we're talking, because we're talking about Mexica, right? The Mexica people of Mexico. That's what we're talking about. You guys are talking about the government. There's Chinese that are Mexican because they were born there, right? They're national. That doesn't make them biologically Mexican. It just makes them born
It makes
there.
them better than United States American. I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm an American.
Come on, guys. You guys are smarter than this in the comments.
Yeah,
grow up.
McFly.
Yeah.
McFly.
Let's use some critical thinking, guys.
Yeah,
These are not hard things.
it's not that hard,
It's
homie.
not that hard.
Yeah, wake up.
Rise and shine. It's Mexica time.
Ooh, I like that one.
Ah!
Rise and shine. It's Mexica time. Good afternoon. It's Chicano. Good afternoon. It's time for a spoonful of Chicano.
There you go.
Nah, that was too much. All right, everybody. So should Mexican Americans receive reparations before African/Black Americans? Oh, and mind you, so we got to keep unity at the forefront of this.
So can I answer that?
Oh, I'm scared. Nah, go ahead, baby.
Okay, I'll keep it short and sweet. So I believe that we both need reparations, but if we had to get in line, first, second, and third, I believe the indigenous people need to be first.
But that's what a Mexican is.
That's what I said, the indigenous people.
So my argument earlier was like,
Us?
hey,
What the fuck?
my argument earlier was like, hey, if Mexican Americans receive reparation first, I mean that includes African and Black Americans.
No, it does not.
What do you mean? When we received our independence, when we fought for our independence, it was for freedom for all. So it's the same concept. Yes. Okay, maybe I'm just misunderstood.
So you're saying, well, then what's the point of that question? Then if you think that we all should get it?
Because it's one people, one land. Right? When the African Americans want reparation, it's strictly for them. When we want reparation, it's for everybody, for the good of everybody. Right? Right? Oh, it's messing up. Ah, you moved it. I had it situated so perfectly. There you go. Watch this. Watch.
Hello.
Go. Man, you always do this shit, Chicana. Man. All right, so no, only for the Smurfs. For the Smurfs. What are you talking about? We should Lily Porchley? The blue man on the screen? I put that so it shows our indigeneity, right? So our being a Mexican is that right there. That picture on the screen. That's when you call yourself a Mexican, that's what we fought for. The representation of our indigeneity. Oh, we got a guest. We got Austin. What's up, Austin?
What's up, man? I don't know. I think we need to do
How's it
like a UFC
Yes.
event.
Okay, I'm back.
Blacks versus the
Yes,
Mexicans.
back.
Winner gets the reparations.
Blacks first, then Mexicans. Damn.
Why in that order? No, I mean, I'm not like mad at it, but why in that order?
Well, it said should Mexican Americans receive reparations before African Black Americans? Well,
And your
Crawford
answer
won
is
the
no.
boxing
Your
match. He
answer is
beat
no.
Canelo, so I don't know, man. You might have to run that one back.
So who do you think should pay the reparations to the black and brown people?
I don't think anyone would, but let me think.
Out of your
mean,
pocket.
Yeah, obviously it's gonna.
I think,
Obviously,
I think all brown and black people should all get reparations from white people. So you're
yeah, but
white.
what about the
which
Hispanics
one
working
would
at
you,
Border Patrol?
which one would you rather
What
pay
about them?
reparations to?
I mean, you guys hold up your like forefathers? You have President's Day, Columbus Day. You guys you have your presidents on the money that you
Walk
love
into
so
the Shark
much, right?
Tank, little
So you
white
have
boy.
all of this love and affinity for your forefathers, not my forefathers, your forefathers. Don't you think, as people who inherited the power, the money, the control, don't you think that that reparations should come from you?
Well, aren't you grateful to be living in a country where you can make money?
It's already my country. No, I'm not grateful that you guys took it and graped it and
Took it. Yes,
did
You guys
Spanish
are on
did
the
that.
streets.
Get out of here. You're acting like the
No,
Spain,
we're talking about
Spanish.
the Spaniards
shit
are
doesn't have
ice.
anything to do.
It's their
what?
descendants.
What do you think England did? You guys think you came here and was like, "Hello, mate. We're gonna come and we're gonna."
Yeah, they went all the way
Shut
with
up.
Manifest Destiny.
Yeah,
They
what the
came
hell?
here, they
How do you
took a
think
piss,
white, blonde
and-
hair, blue eye got here?
It's not. No,
I thought you
no.
were
No, you're a
smart.
kid.
That's
I thought
German.
you were a smart one, but you're not that smart.
I have brown hair.
Kid, are you a gamer? Are you a
No.
gamer?
No, I'm not. But I
That
understand.
means
Like,
you're
yeah,
half black.
obviously, I'm aware of Columbus Day and all that stuff. But there's like, I can't have a heritage, but you can.
Who said you can't have shit? I said you can't have shit. You can't have.
All right, then
What I
stop trying
got.
to get me to get
So
you
get
guys
the fuck
money.
back to England. But
Nah,
that's
I ain't
what.
gonna
Yeah, we
fucking
want you to
England.
leave. Oh,
We don't
how
want
about
money.
this? How about we'll call the debt good if you leave?
Yeah, like it's not about money, man.
Okay,
It's about
how
land back.
everybody leaves.
For me,
Everybody leaves then.
the
You go to
I'm
Spain,
down. Hell yeah.
and then
Hell,
I'm
I'm
not
not from
Spanish.
Spain. I'm
you,
indigenous.
you have Spanish blood though, so you might as well be.
No, I don't.
your mama.
There's
the
some
Spanish
that
never
do, but
came
I
here,
don't,
you
and
wouldn't
that's
be
from
here.
grape.
If the Spanish didn't come here,
Great bullshit.
you
I
would be
wouldn't
here.
be here.
That's the
if
dumbest
they didn't
statement
come
I've
here
ever
and
heard.
do what they did, you would not
That's
be here.
incorrect.
You would not be
That's
alive.
incorrect. That's incorrect, bro. That's
That's
incorrect.
incorrect. You're not that smart, buddy.
Yeah, you're not
I
very
mean, it's
bright.
true.
Yeah.
Think about it.
I thought.
No, it's
I
not.
thought
No,
white
it's
people
not.
were supposed to be a lot
Look at when
smarter
look
than
at
that.
check this out, Austin. When the Spanish arrived, there's already people here, right? There's
You
already
speak their
people here.
fucking language. That
So,
you
so
would
do
not.
you. I don't speak Spanish.
I know I do.
Colonization happened.
And I'm
Yeah,
aware,
ding dong.
like, if it wasn't for the Pilgrims, I wouldn't be here, and neither would you if the
It's not
Spanish
even-
didn't
it's
go
not
into
even-
South
Do you
America.
know
No,
how
look,
many
that's-
of our people they
different.
wiped out
This
with
fool-
diseases?
this fool
Millions.
just say
Hold
he's
on,
a
let's
descendant
make
from the
the difference.
Pilgrims.
Hold on, let's
That's
give him his
horrible.
culture. He's so proud of it. Let's bring up his culture.
You guys
right?
are.
So check this out.
Flush the
Came-
toilet.
Came from
Fucking
pedophilia,
dumb. Go
bro.
ahead.
From incest, dog. From
My
bringing
bad,
you
it's
with
Spencer.
family, homie.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Your culture comes
That's what
from
he's so
incest,
proud of.
homeboy. So be proud
Comes
of
from
your shit.
incest.
So
Yeah.
yes, you can have your culture,
Yeah, if
bro.
your
Yup,
if
great.
your
Homie.
uncle,
Have all your-
Sodomo.
if you didn't have an uncle, you wouldn't be here.
People are pathetic.
You guys are
If your mom
attracted
didn't have a brother, you
to
wouldn't
each
be
other.
here.
Look, there's some truth about that in Appalachia, but where I'm at, no.
No, it's
That's
all
not
Ah,
a real
that's
thing.
the
Not
whole
even
damn
Appalachia,
thing,
bro.
dog.
Nah, that's way later. The Appalachians get that from the Europeans, homie. You guys
Yeah,
have
in
been
the
doing
Queen
that. Look at, be
Victorian
proud. You
days,
said-
y'all fucking
you
kept
said
it in the family.
You want your culture? Why can't you? You can have all your culture, Ese. I don't want it. That's your culture.
Exactly.
Yeah, you guys can all be white in the same, doing the
Caucasus
same in the.
Mountains.
Yeah, go be white.
Hey, I want to start a petition
Well, I mean,
that's
white
like
is-
makes some.
we have so
Hold on,
much
man.
advanced
That makes like a
technology, let's be honest.
9-step program. Wait,
Don't see
I
much
want to
going
start
on
a
in
petition
Brazil.
that makes like a
Don't see
nine.
much going on in
This
Mexico.
motherfucker, huh?
Stop talking, kid. You're gonna get dropped.
I want to start a
calling them white.
petition that's like a 9-step program to sending all of you guys back,
You could try.
right?
You can
Would
try.
you be
that.
game for that? No, I'm being serious. Like, you don't think you could create something like that in a gaming kind of aspect?
You lose.
Like, what would be the
that's
qualities
right,
for you to
Austin.
go home?
Okay,
You
who
lose-
who you
yeah, check
gonna
this out, Austin.
traffic rugs
lose,
to it?
Check
if
this out.
we
You lose
leave?
a
Who you gonna-
one-on-one and you go back, right?
Who's gonna
A
destroy
one-
your economy?
So you can understand. Hey, Austin, so you
what
can
a such a
understand
low
onesie
blow.
onesie, homie. And if you lose, you go back, right?
All right. I think that's fair.
Yeah, bet, homie. I got it.
Oh, dude, I bet on that. Do we get to pick who we get to onesies on?
Yes, sir. It's look at they got to look at
I'm good
look
for
at, it
that.
doesn't matter who we pick. They got to fight just to stay here, dog. So we're gonna pick the biggest Mexicano, homie. Right?
You guys
So
are fighting
Austin,
to stay here
so
right
Austin,
now.
you
so-
better be prepared, dog.
You
Onesie,
know,
onesie, homie.
That's very ironic. So, all right.
Hey, I'm an American, dog. Why are you talking to me like that? I know I'm looking at it, babe. The bird?
Hey, so
How about if
really
you-
quick,
if you
really
beat
quick,
us,
Austin.
he's
Hey,
looking right
Austin,
at me.
Austin, where
You
your
fight the
ancestors
average
from?
ICE officer. You can
Hey,
stay.
Austin, where your ancestors from?
Everywhere.
Germany.
No, so you're a mutt.
Yeah.
So you're a
Oh,
mutt.
man.
I got, like,
hey, so do
eight
you
different
like?
heritage.
So that's the
ice?
difference. Here we go. So that's the difference between Europeans, right? They've been
Are you
mixing.
an ice supporter?
They've been mixing forever. They're mutts, like this gentleman just stated, right? And then they come over here and try to tell us that we're mixed when we're not.
Oh, that's a good fact right there, man. What's up with that shit, Austin? You guys are always projecting that you guys are that we're mixed, but you guys are the fucking mixed. What's up with that? That's a good point. Hey, what's up? Keeping it real.
Mixed. I said I was white.
What's up, man?
I've been listening.
what's going on?
You know, a little bit here, and it sounds like I'm pretty much on board with what the message is saying is. You know, when we talk about reparations, it's all about recognizing, you know, what white European settlers have done on the American continent. And I agree with that. Like, I agree. Like, we have to recognize it. We have to be like, hey, look, we took land. We subjugated individuals, right? I just
Shit
think that
happens.
right now, our country's at a point where we need to be preaching unity. We need to be like, hey,
Well,
if we're all on the same page, right, and we can all agree on this, right? Can we focus on the elites and the billionaires that are actually holding us all down? They're actually responsible for the subjugation of the Mexican American and the Black American individuals that came over from Africa. Can we talk about that?
Absolutely. Let's talk about how they programmed sheeple, right, to be their buffer and their pawns. Let's talk about how we have to first get rid of the infiltrators, right? The fucking bots, the programs, right? The agents. Yeah. So
The lies. I mean,
them guys,
the
right,
American
we gotta-
education system. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but the American education system is trash. And I mean, I
Well, you
argue
know what
you
it's
with
designed
Americans,
for,
so you
right?
know.
You do know what the education system is designed for, right? It's to get us
Oh,
set
yeah.
up for either prison or the
Or-
industrial complex.
That's right, to be a
it's,
worker.
It's designed to make us understand that there's a bell, rules,
military
there's
service.
a room, right? There's recess to tell you when to eat. It's always to let you know go to the next thing. It's fitting, right? And it's to set you up to go to prison and follow the rules, or to go into the workforce and follow the rules.
Absolutely right, and I agree 100%. But guys, I just wanted to spur the conversation a little bit. Like I said, I just jumped in here for a minute. I wanted to be like, hey,
Thank you.
You know, I get it. You know, I understand. We're all one people. You know,
So,
and
but
we need to be
yes,
looking
so like
at.
with, I want to interject.
Well, we need
I
to be
want to
looking
just
at
tell
these,
you, like,
this
so
handful
you
of
make
people
sure
that are doing this to us.
Yeah. I want you to understand though, when I say should Mexican Americans receive reparation before African Americans, right? In no way is that like just us, because if you look at the history of Mexico, everything that our advancements is everybody else's advancements also.
Oh,
right?
sure. Yeah.
So when
yeah,
you say
yeah.
so when Mexicans receive reparation for, I'm talking about land back and representation for all of us.
Right.
So, and I think that's what the difference between Mexican reparations and African Black American reparation, because I think, and this is strictly for me, Chicana, all right, and Styles, and it's I think that when you say African and Black American reparations, it's one-sided. It's only about them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I mean, I can't say that I would trust
I agree with that.
our current government would even consider reparations not only for blacks but even for Hispanics, Mexican American or Mexicans, because Mexico got half of their country stole from them. Let's be honest. But
Make America Mexico.
I will say this though. I think that if it, and I mean maybe this is ultimately my point, and then I'll leave y'all to the conversation. But I think that if we can come together as a people, I think that reparations would come naturally because it becomes equality at that point. Everything.
Well, I think
that's
if
been
we were to
stolen-
come together, reparations wouldn't be necessary, sir. The reason
They
we're
wouldn't
talking
be.
reparations is because there's a controlling entity hanging over our heads. I don't care about, I will call all debts paid if you fucking leave. Leave, or here's another option. Let us at the table. Let us have a seat at the table with controlling
Well-
interest and voices when it comes to making decisions on our fucking land. We want we make up 1% of government seats and we share it with Asians. Do the
Right.
fucking math
No.
here. We have no
Exactly.
representation
So
on our land.
It's tax.
Right.
Yeah, it's taxation without representation, which is an American. It's an American ideal. Let's be fair. But at the same time, what I'm trying to say is, if we go after the actual people that have been doing this to Mexicans, to Hispanics, to South American native peoples, indigenous peoples, American indigenous peoples, and the black people,
Right.
Black Africans that were stolen, basically.
I agree.
Slavery.
I agree.
So if we focus on going after the people who did that, which is the elites, it's these rich people.
Right.
Okay. If we go after them, reparations will come naturally because all of that money is going to be taken from them. And it's going to be distributed in such a way that would boost these people that have been subjugated for so long. And I guess that's the argument I'm trying to say is we can argue about, yes, I agree. Like there was a significant societal damage to humanity that was done in both instances when it comes to Black Americans and Mexican Americans historically. I think that instead of making it about race, even though it was done on the basis of race, I think that we need to be focusing on these sick individuals who decided that it was a good idea to do that, which is all of the rich people that are running the country right now. I guess that's just my argument. You guys can take it for what it is. Continue the conversation, please. Do your research. And y'all have a blessed day.
Yeah, and I think
Thank you so much for coming up. I
I
appreciate
think
it.
nobody's going to push back against that because that's exactly what we all know that is happening. The elite own everything, right? And they use all of us to fight over, for example, reparations, land, whatever, right? So they keep everybody distracted while they keep lining their pockets and telling us what to do.
Yeah, I agree. Thanks, white men. Go in peace, white men. Anyways, no, I am glad that we had this conversation because I think this is a really good talking point. I think this kind of brings it to a head, right? I've been in a couple of panels, and at first I was super emotional and upset and angry about like the FBA and the Pretendian movement, like what? And then it kind of all started coming together and making sense. They're doing, I'm reacting the way white tea people designed for me to react. So now I just treat them like an anomaly, like a one-off. You know what I mean? And I think that this conversation about bringing Black and brown together under the same like ideology is the focus. Everything else is a fucking distraction.
Exactly.
Reparations. They have us arguing over reparations for crying out loud. Fuck
Yeah.
that.
And you know what? You come to this conversation, you ask me, I'm saying keep your fucking money.
Yeah,
I
land
want to
back.
say, I want governance. I want an opinion. I want a vote that matters. You know, that's what I want.
I want to, yeah. the
Yeah.
ability
And
to
then,
I
defend
want the
yourself.
playing field to be level.
To be honest, those are things they're not going to give us. We got to go and fight for those, right? We got to go
Fight it, yeah.
and
Mhm.
run
I
for
want to
office,
dismantle
right?
the school system. Styles, one of the things I want to push super fucking hard in this year towards summer is getting us to get our kids out of the school system. I really want to boycott this school system. I want to show up at PTA meetings, whether you got a kid or you don't, and I want to show out. I want to really restructure the way we teach our kids. It's not right. They're not setting them up for success. They're setting them up for obedience.
Yeah.
They're setting them up to understand that in this world, in this time, in this country, you understand that you will not retire, rest, and relax until you are 10 years before the grave.
Look at what this guy said. If you don't have a kid, don't show up at a PTA meeting.
No, if you have a niece, a nephew, a granddaughter, a grandson, I'm sorry, that's the way we are. We raise our kids, all of us. All my nieces and nephews are my kids. I don't have any more kids in school, but I had kids in school. My grandkids.
Hey, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So grandmas show
Yeah.
up.
If you got-
Grandpa
yeah,
show up.
there you go.
Tias, tios show up. Moms, dads, stepmoms, stepdads, girlfriends, boyfriends, show the fuck up for indigenous kids.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. This guy says, Cap, my mom retired at 40 with 7 kids. Don't project your failures on others. Work hard, be smart. Yeah.
Yeah, and don't project your
Like, we're
success.
fine.
Don't
yeah.
project your success on marginalized instead of being a crab or at least poking fun at people that don't have it as good as you do. You're the exception. You're not the fucking rule. And I'm the exception. And I'm not you. I'll never be you because you know what I do with my success? I bring mine up the ladder with me. I don't get to the top and then look down at everybody and go, man, you guys really suck.
Yeah.
You guys believe these
Fucking
comments?
crab.
Number one, he started off with the sense.
I
The
don't.
sense starts off Cap. That's a little kid talking.
I love these. No, I love these comments,
Yeah.
guys. I don't get upset at these comments. I don't get upset at people that come up and say stupid shit because they serve their fucking purpose for the ones that are wondering. I'm going after the wonderers, not the already I know it allers. I'm going after the ones that aren't sure. Listen and you'll be sure. Like I want to give them the contrast to idiocy. If that makes sense. I'm sorry. I'm controlling. I digress. I'm monologuing. I'm gonna go get something to drink. I'll be back.
What the fuck? we literally witnessed you go through like 4 different emotions
know.
right there, man. Fuck.
I'm a
That's all
flower.
good, though, but I
Nobody
know.
likes a
She
flower.
started the sense with I'm not.
Ah,
My wife is crazy.
yeah. Through you, I understand myself. Wow. Yeah. So we got all these fucking Mexica New Year's and stuff like this, and so yeah, it's time to start clearing your body out, right, Styles?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so last year we kind of did the same thing, right?
Then we got the.
But this time we're
then we
gonna
got
go a
the-
step further with it. Yeah, we're gonna go a step further this year.
Now we got the whole planetary alignment with the Pleiades, the Moon, and Taurus. So if you're Taurus,
Mm-hmm.
go outside tonight and meditate.
Yeah. This guy's mad now. Look at, literally, I live in California. Yeah, we know it's hard, fool, and we know it's not hard. Like, it's fucking a place where people could come and try to find that balance that you have. Numb nuts, you fucking dipshit. But oh, it's so easy for me. It's not hard at all, bro. I got it all figured out. Shut the fuck up. For TikTok educational purposes, should Mexican Americans receive reparations before African or Black Americans? Yes. What do you guys think? Oh,
And
snap.
I think the only reason they even brought up reparations is to hide the fact that they were, raping a bunch of men, put them in slavery, brought them across the ocean, right? So they gave them something to just be distracted by, a topic, reparations for us, right? So I think it's just fucking bullshit to hide the fact and the atrocities that they committed. Because for a long time, black people were talking about the atrocities that were committed to them. For a long time, they were reading what the white man documented that they did to the black man, right? So as soon as they gave them reparations, a topic to talk about, that kind of silenced the atrocities that were committed by the white man, right? So to me, I stay on point, and I like to say it's like a double-edged sword. It's fortunate that the white man documented all their atrocities they committed, so we can never forget.
You think they did that? So, okay.
Fucking
Like
distraction.
in a like a sinister way.
It's a
Like they
distraction,
did that. I
homie.
get that.
It's
I
a
get that.
distraction. Now we're over here talking about should we get reparations first? Fuck that.
Well, like I explained, with Mexican getting reparation, that includes everybody. If you look at our history of every Mexican advancement, it's included everybody in it. So like with Mexican, like I said, with Mexican reparation, that is African and Black American reparation.
check
That's
this out.
just how we are.
So with
Yeah,
reparations,
that's how we are. We don't just advance for ourselves.
correct. So with
And I feel that an African American Black reparation is strictly for them. Had nothing, like they don't want nothing. They don't want
well,
to.
it is. That's a whole
advance-
different.
yeah.
That's a whole different atrocity, homie. I keep it real, dog. Yeah, let them get their reparations.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
the
I'm not
shit.
saying that they don't.
No. I know. But the atrocities are they're similar. However, they're different. They took longer. They've been enslaving those Africanos for a long time, homie. It's been going on.
Yeah, I know they have.
Right over there, and then they brought them over here, homie. I feel their shit.
I
dog.
know that. I
You know what I'm
know,
saying?
Doug. I get it.
So for that,
Hey, what's
for-
going on?
look at-
Way
for-
too
look at-
easy.
that's-
What,
so that's
what's
like,
up, my
so-
guys? I just was letting y'all talking. I didn't want to mess up the name. One thing I want to let you know first, bro. I've been following you for a while. It's been you to me and I went to college and different stuff like that. You to me are the first person. I know it's TikTok, so it's sad. Maybe I need to do research, but you're the first person I've seen advocate for not only for your people but for people in a humanitarian way through education. But you still uphold your culture. You still support. It's not just about the land for you, it's about the people and the blood of the people. And I just think that that's really, really important because a lot of people miss that. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to tell you I appreciate that. But y'all just go ahead back to talking. I'll
thank you,
make
man.
my point after y'all done. I know y'all was making some valid points.
No, we're done, man. Me and Styles' conversation is
for that,
forever.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, man.
Thank you.
For
man.
sure. What I say is,
No, go ahead, man. Like,
I did some extensive study on geography. It's a book. It's called 14. I think it's 1492 or 1462, written by Charles E. Mann II, and it's the second edition. And he's a geographer and a historian, and he is a European male, but he's unbiased. And when I mean unbiased, he went to the Southern American parts and he began unearthing structures when they didn't want to pay him to do it, and he was going against the scientific community because they were so adamant. They were doing the same thing they do in Africa when it comes to Sudan, and and there's pyramids in Sudan that's older than the pyramids in Egypt, and the pyramids in Egypt have been proven to be around for over 250,000 years. So they were doing the same thing in the parts of South America, and they were saying oh, these monuments, all these wonderful monuments, these shapes that will require advanced math, and how the people were terraforming and different things like that, and they were shaping jade and they were shaping different minerals and dealing with brass and stone and inventions of the wheel or binary code long before computers ever came, right? And this is subjectively different after the whole Bering Strait situation. This is separate. This shows that these people
well,
were here and they.
First of all,
Go ahead.
what's the name of that book again,
It's,
brother?
it's 1462. Yeah, I think it's 1462 or 14. I'm getting it wrong. It's 14 something, but it's written by Charles E. Mann II, and it goes into deep detail. Even the names, I think it's Titulua Chan. I say the name wrong. I botch it, but I try not to. He talks about the gods. He talks about the temples. He talks about the the astrology of it. He talks about the boats. Like it takes the dynamic of how people looked at ancient people in the Americas as like these savages, and I always thought that was so disrespectful. Like they just looked at them like these random savages who were incapable of invention and ingenuity, and I'm like, that just don't make sense. It just never made sense to me after reading a book. And he tried to get the book introduced into schools in America, and they denied it because they said they would have to change too much in the educational system to support his evidentiary findings, and everything he's found has been proven to be true. Nothing has been proven to be false. And it has not, like, it's just, you speak with the understanding that he has, but this man it's like, these things, I guess they were passed down through like information or research, but this man, he was degreed and he had to go do these research, and y'all coming from the same points. And it's clear that a lot of people haven't read the book because it's not circulating in schools as it should be, because they would have to overturn the educational system. They don't want to do that. They would have to change what they say about movies. They would have to change the way we look at history. You can't, like, reparations is different. I agree it is different because the only thing that's different is who owes who, right? Like the Spaniards and the British and even some places that benefited like India would have to pay a lot of what I consider to be Latin speaking people's reparations. But the Spaniards wouldn't necessarily have to pay African Americans reparations as much as the Dutch would. And then the Dutch would have to pay Africa. So it's like, it's about figuring out what European did, what tragedy, and then holding them accountable to that, because it's easy for people to just be like, oh, them weren't my people. We ain't have nothing to do with that. But they had something to do with something else.
So
You
would
get
it
what I'm
be the
saying?
American government?
For sure. Listen, not only the American government, the corporations of the American government, because that's who benefited the most. For sure.
Okay, so what kind of reparations would be good for African Americans?
Fucking thing, yesterday.
What definitely,
Wait, stop, let him answer.
For me, the biggest things would be education, infrastructure, and like they have to reveal the truth about what they did. When it comes to chemical warfare, biological warfare, psychological warfare, when it comes to, like, if you read books about selling to the Negro, when it comes to the landmass situation that they did, like how they took land from the Mexican Americans, but they took land from Black Americans too. That when they drowned towns and they destroyed towns and they messed up our schools, like every effort we ever made, if you see a white power structure attacked it and destroyed it, and then the government helped them do it, not only should they rebuild it off the money that we're stimulating the economy with, right? That should go into the Black community, period.
Absolutely.
You can't burn down Philadelphia and then be like, oh, look at these, Negroes here. They homeless and they can't work and they're a bunch of drug addicts. Like, yeah, you burn down.
So how do we project this?
He's not making anything up. Everything he stated is documented by the white man. They fucking documented all their shit.
Bro, the saddest part about it, and this is the scariest part about it, we have a lot of, and I know it's different in the Latin community because it's so beautiful. Like, one thing I love about the Latin community is y'all are closer.
Whoever wins.
What? Go ahead. You say whoever wins what?
I'm sorry about that.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, man. Finish your statement.
For me, it's who, like, y'all have a space of understanding of like a different type of diversity, right? Because the Dominican is different from a Puerto Rican, is different from a Mexican. Y'all can join together when it's time to, saying, like, when y'all see people coming against Latinos, y'all can join together. Because, we speak Spanish. We can, even if it's different dialects.
But you know why, though? You know why, though?
Portuguese.
That's because of the indigenous blood.
Yes,
I
I
think
agree.
that's because of the connection of the indigenous, yeah.
I agree.
So, like, when you say Latin, I think just right now it's time to change what we identify that as.
I agree 100%.
And that's
with
a
you,
struggle
for sure.
with me right now with people with Latin. So I think
Well,
it's better
because they
just
want
to
to
say,
agree,
like,
they want to
Mexican.
identify with the colorist view of it, right? They want to. Latin is seen as what? A language of love, a language of beauty, but we know that comes from the Spaniards, right? And it's also seen as education. It's used in the judicial system. It's used in the scientific community. Like, when you look at an animal's name, if you look at a spider, it's called an arachnid. That's Latin. So we associate Latin with
So
intellect
are you kind
and
of
beauty.
saying, like, if something's already established, just go ahead and use it?
No, I'm not. I'm not always supporting that.
So,
I'm
like,
with you on getting back to
start changing it.
Yes, I'm with you on getting back to the roots, but it has to be through education. If we try to do it through militarization, people will see force and won't understand purpose. The only thing we need to
makes sense.
militarize on is our unity. Our division is what will fail us every single time. I call it respective differences, right? You can be different, and I can respect the fact that you're different. Your different isn't antagonistic to my existence. Like I look at me personally, and I know many people may agree, but I look at Mexicans and like I don't care if they Guatemalan, Latino, Dominican, whatever. I can see a European one, and I can see one who I know somewhere along the line you melanated, you came from African descent. I look at them as black. It's an umbrella term. I'm not trying to erase the culture, but I'm like, okay, you're closer to me in blood than these people are. And it's part of me and my soul. I'm sort of think it might be something wrong with the Europeans' blood. I think it's just something wrong with me personally. Like everywhere y'all go, y'all fuck up everything. Like, damn, bro, like
crazy.
It's just what I
So
think.
what about Mexican?
I mean, I've been to Mexico. I seen some European Mexicans. I seen some chocolate Mexicans. I like the culture, but I'm telling you, it's something
So
about.
You think the ones in the middle were just created because of
For
the
sure,
white
for
and the
sure,
black?
because it's a term. It's a term. It's called
No,
like
it is not, fool.
cleans the race. It's called
I
cleanse
think
the race.
I think
I can't remember what it's
no,
called.
I think that's where you're mistaken.
Okay, yeah, it
because,
might have been there.
It's like a different kind of chocolate. I don't know.
Yeah,
dog. That's
I
like
know.
saying,
Listen, you got
that's
dark
like
chocolate,
saying
milk
that, like,
chocolate.
Keep it real.
It's
Like,
no
it was
fucking
all-
me.
It was all documented by the white man. They did it for a cheap labor force on both fucking continents. They were raping our people to
Yeah.
create fucking kids so they can work on the fucking fields. Homie, it's all in their books.
Yeah.
Me amigo.
So like how do we? Okay, so one people, one land, and we can
Yeah.
all be
So check this out. Check this out.
Mexicans.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
check this out. So that's why I don't like when even that goes for white people too, bro. They were not all colonizers. The colonizers were only a handful, bro, and that happened a long time ago. Everybody else is a byproduct of slavery, bro. Period.
So let me ask you this. So who are the black people at America, North, Central, and South?
I believe we are Aboriginals and
hold on.
Africans.
No. I'm not.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not talking to you, bro.
Okay.
I'm on the so-called Latino or
You just
so-called.
asked
Well, now check this out.
I'm not Latino.
No, hold on. Yeah, but
I'm
now
Mexican.
I'll answer that though. But now check this out. Now they're family, homie. Now they're interwoven into our blood. Now we call them
Yeah.
cousins. We call them neighbors. Right now they're part of this fucking land.
No.
Yeah.
I'm asking you this question: who are the so-called black people that's here at North, Central, and South America? And who were
We just
they?
told
Listen,
you,
hold on,
cousins.
listen, hold on.
We just told you,
Listen,
cousins.
that's not answering the question.
We just told you,
That's not-
cousins.
That's not answering my question because you quick to talk. That's
How is that not answering
listen,
your question?
Allah,
A cousin is what? Your family
Allah
member.
gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth to listen more than we talk.
Did you say Allah? Did you say Allah?
Allah,
This
Allah.
was sick with it, dog.
I said Allah. Now listen, who were they before 1492, and who were the so-called Mexicans before?
Okay,
1492?
before 1492, what region?
you got 2 ears.
Hold on, what region? What region are you talking in specifically? For instance, in my region before 1492 or whatever fucking date, we were the Purepecha. That's my fucking tribe, homie. So what region are you talking
I'm
about?
not
You
gonna
gotta be
see
more
you at
specific. You gotta be more
Mexicayo.
specific, homie, because we had neighbors.
You're not gonna be there.
We had neighbors up and down this shit. So what region? You just said North, Central, and South America, trying to clump up everybody together. I know for my people in Michoacan, homie, we were the Purepecha.
See, if you was listening, you're answering defensive. You're going on the defensive because
No,
think
you
I'm
asked
attacking
the
Listen,
question.
there's 40 people in the
You
line.
asked the
Listen,
question,
calm
and I
down,
answered
calm
your
down.
and I answered your before 1492. What my people were the Purepecha.
That's not what I asked you though. I said I didn't say nothing about who your people were. I said who are
He
the
said who the
so-called
black people were, and we called you. I said you're
No, I don't want
our
you to
cousin.
answer. I want the one who was just talking at the bottom to answer. The one who kept talking all big mouth. I want him to
Sure.
answer.
So
then I want you to
before
answer.
1492, there was no
Damn,
black
fool, look
people
at
in
you,
America,
man.
but
The other game.
before 1492, there wasn't no black people in America. That term black.
Shit, nigga, you a
Hold on.
fucking Siberian, man.
Hold on.
That's exactly
hold on,
what I
bro.
wanted
Look
to
at
pull out.
why are you getting all
Fuck outta
mad?
here.
It's defensive. Relax. Let me.
Yeah, why are you getting mad?
Yeah, let me tell you why. You didn't even let me finish why. The reason being is because that term came with the colonizers. We didn't call each other black, homie. Right? We didn't call each other black or any color for that matter.
So it's like
So that term
when
came
you,
on a ship.
when you subscribe. Yeah. When you subscribe to the term black and white, that is the problem. That's what we're saying. Because it's a construct from what I learned. And I don't know a whole lot, man. Like, I'm clearly not the fucking most educated in the room. And I like it that way. But one thing I do understand is when you subscribe to these colors, then you're part of colonization. And that's what Mexican is. Mexicans telling everybody, hey, we're all one people. Mexican, indigenous. That's what that flag represents. That's what all these pictures represent. And if you want to fucking claim that you were here before, then whatever, man. Go to the courts and make that shit happen. I'm like my brother said, you guys deserve everything. He said that. That is what Styles said in the very beginning. Like, and I said, well, hold on, let the brother fucking answer himself. Right? But you guys deserve everything. Nobody's trying to take from you. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, Mexican, make America Mexico again, is all of us as one people fighting the colonizer. Like, and it's more like a spiritual, physical, it's however you want to take it, brother. So that's what Mexican reparations are. Like land back. All of us.
I agree with the land back in the territory. I feel like if the government and of course Europeans never destabilized the government of Mexico, more people would be able to take pride in what it is. Because I see a lot of, like, even online, I'm sure you experience it. I see a lot of self-hating, and they not Mexican, but there are some maybe like Aboriginal descent or admixture. And it's a lot of self-hating individuals. Like, I talked to a guy who in America, like, oh, you Mexican? He like, oh yeah, I'm Mexican or whatever, but he an American. You know what I'm saying? And he like, oh no, I don't really claim Mexican. I really claim American. I'm like, why would you? America been around 450 years, bro. Like, it don't even, everything about the culture is like Black American for real. Like, why would you not claim your heritage? And it's you American for sure, but why would you not support? Why would you look at your, like, I don't look at people and be like, they need to come over the right way. Bro, this was they was here. What do you mean they need to come over the right way? Like, it should be a way for them to be a part of whatever the fuck going on to a land that they connected to.
If America gets their nose out of everything, dog, and let's, like you said in the beginning, and never interfere with people being able to govern themselves and become the best they want to be, right? America is in the way of everything. And I'm an American.
Yep.
So we got to hold ourselves accountable, right? So we have to figure out how to unite. Our job is to unite.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's our job. As our ancestors left us jobs to unite. That's how we beat colonization.
Yep, I agree. We gotta separate from corporation, because a lot of companies, they get paid on our division, not our diversity. They get paid from our diversity because we exist in a diverse situation, but they really make money off of our division. Because when you can take, prime example, when you can take a situation like France, right? France won a World Cup some years ago, and all of their players were from Africa. They had 24 players, only 22 out of the 24 players were from Africa. And people were like, oh, Africa won the World Cup. Because, France won the World Cup, but France, everybody who was on the team, of course, they spoke multiple languages, didn't just speak French. They were all African immigrants or people who were of African descent. And it'd be like, well, if France, the only reason that France got these people playing on this team is because at some point in time, you had the Geneva Convention where they was able to go over there and make different agreements as to how they was going to divide up the land and the people. And that gives them power. When they can destroy your land and then act like they're creating an opportunity for you to come over and be a part of what they got going on, you have no choice but to support the power structures of what they have going on. They're not going to feed into your schools. They're not going to feed into your education. They're not going to feed into your health and wealth. They're going to constantly figure out a way to breed you out. And this is what I see them doing. You see it on TV. Like, they're pushing it as hard as they can. That's what you study things like the great replacement theory. They're scared of dying out because our genes, our blood is stronger. Our spirits are stronger. They can't continue to coexist with us like this, and they know that. So they have to create a space to where it's like, oh, we're not the bad guys. It's really these systems that we got in place, that we run, that we won't give you a foothold in. And then we focus on the system, and so we don't really be mad at the people, because there are people part of the system who don't really know that they a part of something evil. It's like being a good cop in a department full of crooked cops. It don't matter how much good you do. Your department, majority of it is evil. So overall, it's bad. A fruit is known by its tree, right? That's just what it is. So we definitely got to come together, but we got to hope like
Nice.
Puma, not Nike. I think it's Adidas and Puma. They were made by the founders of Puma and Adidas were made by two men, brothers actually, who were Nazis. Who were that's the three stripes come from the Third Reich. Like a lot of people don't know this. So I don't think any person of color should be wearing Adidas. Period. They shouldn't be wearing. Like I
I rock
can't
with that.
support. I can't support
Hey,
it. Or
but you know
Puma.
what? You know what? Who I tied to Adidas is like Public Enemy, Jay
Everybody,
Z.
Yup.
y'all used to
Yeah,
wear
you
it.
see, they get paid. They
That's who I tied to
yeah,
them companies that making it so fucking
popular.
big.
Yup.
You know,
He said
so like
Puma,
we have to
too.
also them too, like
Puma. He said
Yes,
the
Puma.
ones that
Yeah.
all these music industries,
Yup.
all these gang cultures. I think
Yup. Gang
we have to
cultures,
figure out.
entertainers, they got to get held accountable,
Yeah.
bro. Because when you can make a group, think about it like this. If you think about, and I'm not gonna say the name, but y'all know what I'm saying. Just think of the number 13, right? Think of the amount of people that's a part of like the power, because it's power is in numbers. Think about if those people decided to be, we're going to focus on politics. We're going to focus on voting. We're going to focus on actually protecting the community. We're going to take over. We're going to infiltrate police stations and police our own communities. We're going to do this. We're going to, like, they could do whatever they want. When you're a million strong, they was worried about ISS,
I already think
over. You feel me,
I
bro? They
think that's
scared.
already in the process.
It is. It's
I think
hard
we
when you
just have
got,
to figure out how to continue because that picture in the background right there is installed into that. So
that's fire.
there's a level of indigeneity in there
Yeah.
that I was around. So that's my
I get what you're saying. I
take
got
towards
you. That's
that.
what's up, bro. That's fire. That's fire. Cause I definitely hold my guys accountable. Cause I'm from Detroit, bro. Like I'm from the East Side Red Zone, all that. I come from that. I didn't get no money till I was about like 19. You know, grew up homeless shelters, abandoned houses, all that, and I seen it firsthand. You know, I was part of one of the biggest, you know what I'm saying, organizations in Michigan, and I used to talk to people and I'd be like, why we don't do this? Why, like, what's up with the fuckery? You know what I'm saying? We can't keep, once you get a certain amount of people, you can't be like, oh yeah, let's just stick to the fuckery. It's too many people to be fucking around. We need to
Hey,
make
so
something shake.
you got a hashtag Make America Mexico again.
Oh, I'm
If you could
hashtagging
do
it for
that
sure.
favor
I'm hashtagging
all
it
the
for sure.
time. Everything you post, just throw that shit in there. Boop.
Just
Everybody should do that.
I actually just reposted
Hashtag
it too.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
for
was just
sure.
that would be dope because I think that's a movement in itself, and it's not violent if you think
Yeah,
about it with education
yeah.
and like a stay on focus and point like you said and everything, man.
They gonna meet it with
And
they
just
it
learn how
just
to work together. Like don't be so
facts.
emotional. We have to figure
Yeah,
out how to fucking
yeah.
heal ourselves.
I
Like
agree, bro.
heal
It hurts.
yourself, and so like
Yeah.
because sometimes it's hard to listen, and if you just listen, you get the point, and like maybe get yourself something to squeeze on or something while you're talking.
100%, bro. And again, congratulations on your work, bro. I support hashtag make America Mexico again because
Oh no,
it's
hashtag yeah, that'll work.
yeah,
Hey,
because I think
Styles, is there another hashtag that we should be talking about? Brother Styles, because he's more the one that I don't know if that's the smartest one.
yeah,
But yeah,
Styles
do that one,
fire
man.
too. For sure, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for letting me up. You know what I'm saying? I hope
No,
you
I
have a
appreciate
wonderful
you
day,
too,
my
brother.
God. What'd you say? You say
You
Chicano?
too.
How you say? How you say?
She cayó.
Yeah, Chicayo. That's fire, bro. That's fire for sure. I got to
All right,
work on my
brother.
Spanish. All I know is Dominican Spanish. But all right, blessings, man.
That's not Spanish, but
Oh,
Yeah. So
fuck it. Hashtag Make America Mexico again. That should be our hashtag, right?
yes, sir.
Hey, babe. Hey, we got a hashtag. It's Make America. What's up?
Nothing, we got drinks.
Yeah, man. I thought oh shit, you came in on fire. Oh, I want the pineapple one.
I don't think this is pineapple.
Which one's that one?
I don't know.
That's a pineapple.
I'm gonna make sure.
Ah.
So he dropped a gem on everybody, right? I always talk about the math that these two civilizations developed simultaneously. And when you go back and talk about the geometry and the mathematics that these two cultures simultaneously created on opposite sides of the planet, right? Independently, no other cultures exist,
Right?
right? So to denounce your African culture is erasing all that indigenous mathematics that come from that part of the world. If you're erasing your own native indigeneity, you're erasing the mathematics that comes from this part of the world. So I encourage everybody to research how our people came up with mathematics and geometry.
I like that one too. I like that one. What's up, Moses?
What's up, Chicano? What's up, Style?
Make USA Mexico again. I like that one too. That one's real direct. That's direct as fuck right there. I like that one. Let me taste that one.
Tell Chicana, say what's up, too.
What's up, Chicana?
Hey, what's up, everybody?
What's up, Chicana?
Anything new, Moses?
Make America Mexico again. I guess that is the hashtag we're gonna push.
It's just,
That one's better.
it's kind of, it's like, you see all this crap and it's like somebody just socked you in your stomach, got a couple of times, and just like, you keep getting upset for something that, that even it's kind of embarrassed, but some of your family members are like, they don't open their eyes and shit, like, some stuff that, they should already done that already. I don't know. I just kind of sometimes just like, fuck, you're my cousin for real. Like, I don't even, man, it's crazy.
Hey, I'm sorry, I missed it. What happened?
No, I was telling
What happened
Styles.
was
I was telling Styles that I've been getting kind of embarrassed, kind of angry at my family members that they're acting like they're gabachos, and they don't know how to open their eyes. They should have done that a really long time ago. But it's kind of hard to get these brainwashed to be going in the same direction that I'm trying to make them look, and embarrassing
yeah.
them.
I mean, I think we all have that. Maybe somewhat in our family, one or two relatives, or maybe more, maybe all. But that's just what assimilation has done. My mentality, we have to break away from it. I want to make shirts that say that. Like,
Hey, we got somebody new, baby.
go for it.
We got
Patience.
Lotion. What's up, Lotion?
Lotion. Ew, your name is Lotion.
Lucian, like revolution, Lucian.
Oh, Lucian.
Yeah, Lucian or peace and blessings.
My
You
bad.
hear me? Yes, I'm
My bad.
from.
I apologize.
Oh no, it's all good, my brother. It's all good. A lot of because it look like that, so I can't. If you just glance, it look like it say that. Well, I'm an African American from Louisiana. You hear me?
Okay.
The prompts, I say yes because the land was
Ah, he said yeah.
because the land was stolen
Why you
from.
feel? Why you feel yeah? Okay, I'm sorry you're feeling like that, man. Go ahead, brother.
Because the land was stolen from the Mexicano people. Wars and everything was it was a lot went on. So yes, y'all deserve your land back first anyway. So the truth is, y'all deserve it because y'all went through a land grab. They took the land. That's just as big as slavery.
My I don't know if you guys heard that, but my jaw dropped on the table. Like I'm like, thank you. I want to just say that to you first and foremost. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for being brave to say that. Thank you for standing on your own 2 feet. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I believe this land and reparations are due to you as well.
Thank you.
My marginalized community member brother. Yes, I believe that you belong here. I believe that your culture belongs here, that you deserve payback, land back. You deserve everything too. But thank you for being brave enough to say that.
Blessings. I appreciate it. Thank you too.
Yeah, man. It was really my jaw that hit the floor that she's talking about. Nah, I wasn't like it's if a Mexican is is being discriminative, or I don't know the correct word, man. It's just man, babe.
He left you speechless, huh, Chicano?
Yeah, it left me speechless, man.
Yeah,
A little
he put it in a perspective also for me to clearly understand. That was very clear.
Bless us.
yeah, man. Thank you. Because I just want to say, I don't know what to say, man. It's just that's what Mexican is, man. We're supposed to, when we won our freedom, it was all of us. So it was if we try to use some critical thinking and like the mind frame of everybody. So like it was all of us that were like are oppressed. That yeah, it was all of us together, like we have to do right now, right? So we all have to look at each other and be like, yes, what's the best step? And I think Mexican includes all of us, man, because it's a humanitarian kind of push. It's the indigenous against the colonizer.
Yes.
But what do you think, babe?
Yes, yes. Yes, it is. Like
So one love, man. Yeah.
I said what I said.
One love.
I already said what I said.
So we need some opponents in here, man. I like when man, this is crazy, babe. I guess that just shows a lot how I have to grow, because I was expecting more like no, we first, and all of them understand.
No, mature understands. Critical thinking understands.
Yeah.
Discernment understands, right? Like empathy. That's one thing that Black and Brown need to have for each other is empathy. Empathy. We lack empathy for each other. That's part of the me my mentality. You don't have empathy. You only care about yourself. You become little fucking micro narcissists, right? Where it's me, my, and it's not we, us, because it is we, us, right? Because the white man looks at them like they, them, which is we, us, right? He's not looking at us individually. We are looking at ourselves individually. The white man is looking at us collectively. So if we don't fight back collectively, then they're always going to divide and conquer and win.
Hey, that makes sense.
I
They're
just,
looking at us
I
as
just
a
like
whole.
the math for you guys.
Like
didn't
that's how much money they have.
I broke the
yeah,
math
they're
down,
using
huh?
us as
Yeah,
money.
that was she broke
That's
it down.
insane.
She broke it down.
Did I really? You guys really understood me?
Yeah, I understood that like 100%, baby.
She broke that down.
Fuck yeah, score. Chicano always says I monologue, but I just have a lot of shit to say.
Yeah, see, I
No, I said sometimes as a husband,
He wants his wife to shut up. Fucking douche.
That's not what I'm saying.
He's a douche.
What the fuck?
I think the way Lucian put it was very, very clear and direct.
Yeah.
For me personally, I've always looked at it as, for instance, I've never, ever blamed the African people at all. They were kidnapped.
Yeah.
They were kidnapped.
Me neither.
Hey, and I think like, can we talk about that
Wait,
a
I
little
want to
bit?
finish hearing
Like,
what
wait,
article.
wait. When you're
I
going
wanna-
through that, like that's a healing process, because all of us have went through that. I would just want to say that's it. Go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead.
what finish Styles? What you were saying?
So to me, they've always been the victim, right? That were brought here enslaved. So that we are supposed to take care of people like that, right? In our culture. So I've never ever blamed them.
Exactly.
But he put it in a very
And if
in a
we're
different.
and this system teaches us to hate them, teaches us to divide. Hey, we're different.
Yeah, that's besides the point. Yeah.
That's what they did. That's what happened to me, man. It happened to me. Like I learned to fucking that we're different, and then I see these videos now, and I see I learned through you, Styles, through people like you, that have taught me that there's a system, right, babe?
Yes.
And yeah, that's all I'm trying to point out. Like when I see it, so like deal with my fucking happiness, motherfucker.
Yeah, I give it to you into what's going on inside the black community, inside our race. You have a group called FBA. I don't know if y'all ran into them before. Foundation of Black.
Oh
America.
yeah.
That's not.
Those are
Oh yeah, Chicana
me
loves
and,
them.
me and the FBA have a relationship.
They do not represent
Yeah.
America. If you know anything about how they there's COINTELPRO. There's usually systematic programs that
Yes.
pay our so-called leaders to push this narrative. Well, not really leaders. Somebody's acting like a leader. They can influence us. So we got a tribal mentality. I don't care how we say
Yes.
we don't. We have a tribal mentality. If
Can
someone
I tell you something really quick? I want to just jump in there really quick. I'm so sorry. But I agree with you with the tribal mentality because I've been pushing that. Black and brown are tribal by nature, right? And COINTELPRO broke that down in us, creating that me-my mentality I talked about. But I will say this, FBA, I call them fantasizing Black Americans. And they're the yes boss of the culture. Just like we have the yes boss of our
Yeah, we
culture,
call
which
them
are the
mestizos and Latinos.
Latinos and the Hispanics, right? So we have it in ours also. It's the white man whispering in their ear to push that divide and conquer.
but it's
That's what
dangerous.
it is.
But it's dangerous because when you're online, you seeing them coming in the name of Black America, saying they speak for all of us, and then they see the tribal mindset on it. I also push, like I keep hearing this. It's not about us. This got nothing to do with Black America. What's going on? See, that's FBA. That's these other groups saying that they are Indians and natives and all that. That's all the same group of people, all the same group
Yeah.
of
Yeah, they've been identified by us.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, we're fully aware.
by them
Fully aware.
by them doing that, saying that they the native, saying that they the indigenous, that disrespect the indigenous and the native people. You know, that's
No, wait, and it disrespects the African.
Yes.
It disrespects their ancestors also. It's double erasure. They're erasing their lineage and they're trying to erase mine and create like this weirdo group, right? So it's disrespect on both ends, brother. Not just ours. It's disrespecting you too.
And what they doing and what is confusing to a lot of people I see, because when you create this, it's not about us or our mindset like this was going on with ICE, because this is about all of us. Really, if it's not about us, if they going at our African brothers and sisters, our Haitian brothers and sisters, our Latino brothers and sisters, our Mexicano brothers and sisters, it's about us because they always stood with us, always since the Underground Railroad. You know, George Floyd. You know, y'all always stood with us. So when I've
Thank you.
seen this came out,
To Nama.
you can see it's from the inside. You have these groups in the inside pushing that it never happened. It's AI, like you can't YouTube it. You can go to YouTube and see how many marches and protests everyone was in. There's pictures. It's all over Facebook. It's all over online. Every time I post the pictures and show them the marches, show them the protests, they ignore it. So that's how we know you work and you are part of some type of agenda. And this agenda is a xenophobic agenda. It's created by the powers that be, by Massa, by the all white T man. It's the same system that's trying to make it collapse from the inside, trying to destroy Pan-Africanism, trying to destroy unity that we had amongst us and all our allies. Because what it's doing is trying to separate that. Because it's still an attack. Because if it can separate that and then box us in here with just Massa, we know what's the next play. Like, we know what you're going to do next. I don't see how a good majority of our people becomes blind to that, not understanding that we in the place with the people that hate us. The only reason that they haven't unalived all of us because of our Latino brothers here with us, our African brothers here with us, our Haitian brothers here with us, our Puerto Rican, our Guatemalans, everybody here with us. That's really our protection. And FBA seem to not understand, if you trying to push away what keeps us alive here, we know you playing a part of somebody else's agenda. You know, I laying right there, my brothers.
That's crazy. Did you listen to what you could? Hey, and thank you, man.
Listen,
Yeah, I think we saved each other. We helped each other.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't there, but
I
now
think if we-
like with their voices is our progression. Also, I think like it's a yin yang kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, like go
I
ahead.
think because the white man is so weak, and when I say weak, so weak, because the white man is so weak.
Even through the
Oh, Block, who is that?
Thank you. Because the white man is so weak, I think his only gameplay is distraction.
Yes.
And he's doing a good job at it, but it's distraction. It's keeping us from shutting the fuck up, and saying, hey, shh, look that way. See the white guy in the bushes? That's our enemy. Let's stop talking to each other about dumb shit and let's go after that guy. Like, that's literally what it's going to take. Like, I can't dummy it down more than that. Like, it's all distraction. They cannot take us on head on. They can't round us up in the backs of trucks and swing us from trees anymore. I mean, they're still doing that, but not the way they were, right? So now they have to find different ways of stopping us from coming together, because if you believe the census numbers, you're a fool. You're a fucking fool. I believe there's more of us than them, and they don't want us to know that.
True. Because a lot of us don't. A lot of us don't.
A lot of us don't even participate in the census.
We don't. A lot of us don't. Because I remember, like, I used to be a canvasser too. I used to go out, knock on the door, and get brothers and sisters to vote. And I was a part of trying to help get the census. And when we was going around, every house, a lot of people houses I went to didn't participate in the census. Hey, Brandon, I'm not here. Okay, well, you're not here. Like, because you're a brother. I'm not for this to you. So, yeah, like, because to us,
that's funny as fuck, man.
That's letting the system know where you're at. We don't trust them.
Let me see what's up to my brother right here, Artificial. What's up, Artificial?
What's up, man? Just listening.
Hey, all right, we got Rob in the house. What's up, Rob?
What's going on?
Just chilling.
Yeah.
So you think should Mexican Americans receive reparations before African and Black Americans?
Yeah, I don't think so.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I'm not tripping.
But could you explain that?
I think African Black Americans deserve everything, man. Go ahead. But go ahead, man.
Could you explain that to me, my brother? Why you gonna feel like that?
Oh, you kind of coffee cut me, man. He probably like looking this up and shit. I don't know. Like, who did motherfucker? Talking all this shit.
Nah, y'all hear me? My bad. I had to put my phone on charge.
Yeah, we got you, man. What's up?
Nah, man. But why should they? They didn't go through slavery, right?
Well, that would mean you haven't look up the history of the contributor. Look. You understand that their land was took from them, right? You know, all the way from Texas all the way to Mexico. I even think Louisiana, but you know that was Mexicano land. They the indigenous people of the land. So wouldn't the indigenous people of the land be also required payment first? Is they land?
No. Why should they?
But we did go through slavery. That's not a false. That's not true.
Chicano,
Mexicans were enslaved.
This one out.
Wait, say that again. My bad. I didn't hear you. No, say it again.
Nah, man. I said that's not a false statement. I mean, a true statement. We were enslaved. It's just not documented the same way.
Oh, come on.
Right.
Sure it is. It is documented.
Yeah, we
Check
had
this
our
out.
own
Who
tree.
would you get your money from?
Hold on.
Who would give you the reparation?
Hold on, Rob. Check this out, Rob. It is documented. They took our children. They put them in Catholic churches, right? They cut.
That's what I mean. It's not taught the same way as black.
No, it's not televised.
Like African Americans, through their acknowledgement, right, with their recognition, right, through civil rights and all that. It was like Black America. We went through slavery, and Mexicans were like, hey, left behind.
But watch, Styles, list all of the things that. Go ahead, because you were speaking exactly what I was gonna say. It is documented.
I know it is.
Continue,
No, but who
Styles.
would you guys get the money from?
The same oppressors.
We want money.
Oppressed. The same.
We want the land, homie.
But y'all got land.
You're not gonna be considered an American no more. You're gonna be Mexican.
Hey, Chicano, let Lucian handle this one really quick. Go ahead, Lucian.
Yeah, I want to hear how they do it.
All right, go for it. Go for it. My bad.
Yeah, I want to hear.
I apologize, man. Go ahead, man.
Reparations for our Mexicano brothers and Latino brothers and sisters would be given.
But the reparations would be like money / land, right?
Giving them their land back.
But they have land in Mexico, no?
Well, no, California, from Texas to California was Mexico too. So like if we want our get back, right, if we as African American, Black Americans want to get paid for the free and the free labor, the horrific things that we went through, the what has happened to us, we cannot say and look at and say that say that our brown brothers and sisters that went through the
So
same things,
Mexicans and
such as
Native
their land
Americans
being
are the same people.
them being
No, they're
enslaved by the
not.
same
No,
oppressor,
they're not.
don't deserve their land back.
So was there
Say
Mexicans
again.
So like,
in the
okay,
South?
so there's
Wait,
Bro,
wait, I want to hear what you're
there's a
saying.
deeper. Okay, go
hold
ahead.
on.
Go ahead.
I just want to
And
know, was there
injustice,
Mexicans in the South?
and injustice, say, bro, and injustice is an injustice anywhere. If you, I don't know if we cherry picking injustices and making it like ours is better or greater.
I'm just trying to get a
when we know
complete
it's
picture of you
all
guys'
one
stance.
problem. If the land was stolen from you, my brother, if your land was stolen from you by war, by force, by whatever, and we being fair here to say that we as a people have a morality to look at this, right? That we won't from what happened to us that wasn't right, that wasn't humane. It wouldn't be humane to take the Mexicanos' land either, right? So we would have to agree, if we looking for what's due to us, that's right because it was a wrong that they are wrong that they correcting, right? It would be wrong to take their land too. And all they want is their land back. They don't even want to
No,
stop
but I'm
their
saying, was
land back.
Mexicans in the southern part of the United States?
Yes. They was also, look, they also helped us
Well, y'all
escape
just came
slavery.
up with California and Texas.
Now, Texas all the way to California. So all that
So
bottom
were
part,
they in the south of the United States?
it was Mexico.
Or were they Native Americans?
Well, they are the indigenous to the south, yes.
Can I make a comment?
Native Americans, right?
They
Or
would
Mexicans?
be the
Which ones?
They the indigenous, if you want to say that. Mexico is their land. They would be the indigenous.
They're not
inheritors of their
indigenous.
land. If it was their land.
Mexicans
If it-
Mexicans are
Well,
not
we can't do
indigenous.
this if we're talking about reparations. This has to be solid facts.
Oh, hold up. Say it again. You say not indigenous? Who said that?
Lucian
I
got
said
no
it
facts.
can't be if we're talking about reparations, it got to be solid facts. That's all.
They reparations is their land back. They don't want $1. You can keep your money. Give them their land back.
But
Do
their
you agree
land
that
would
they
be
want their
where?
land back? From Texas all the way to California. I think
Right.
in Louisiana. But I
And
know
America made their money in the South off the backs of Negroes, right?
yes, on stolen land.
But
So
they
yes.
already gave Native Americans reparations, right or wrong?
No, they didn't, because the Mexicanos, right? Hold up, wait. No,
Well, y'all
no.
just
See,
said
now
Mexicans and
now
Native
you talking
Americans
about-
aren't the same
now you
people,
talking about
though.
two different people. I say indigenous people, right? Indigenous people to the land, right? Two different people, right? Native would still be.
Hey, y'all Mexicans gotta help my brother out, man.
But you did have copper colored people, right? I don't know.
Well-
I think you're trying to. I totally get what you're saying. Doing. But you know I'm black too, bro. So you can't run that game on me.
No. I'm just speaking facts, bro. I'm just speaking
You don't have
facts.
to look. Let's keep it solid. If they was here and you have another group of people that's on reservations called Indians that we call Native Americans, and we know that Mexicanos are also indigenous, so there would be two different groups of people, but they both are indigenous to the land. But right now we are talking about the the Mexicano land.
Bakery. I was on my way to go get a pizza and no sauce.
We're not talking about the
Native Americans was just like colonized, my boy. It was called Mexica. Mexica before Aztecs, Toltecs, Olmecs. It was called Mexica, bro.
Right.
That's essentially.
Oh, he went mute. So they're the same people, Mexicans and Native
100%.
Americans.
100%, bro. There's nothing Native Americans about. The reference that they call Native Americans is a special. I guess you want to call it like a special label.
Well, I get on this other Native American live and he going crazy on black people. And he say y'all two different people.
I mean, it's because think about this, bro. For them, the way that I see it, some of them feel it's just like the Mexicans that are proud to be Americans, right?
Yeah.
They don't really I guess, appreciate their culture or their background, right?
Hoping
It's
that
essentially the same thing with Native Americans, bro. They're okay with getting that special label, like they feel like they're native to this land. But even before Native Americans, bro, it was Mexica. You can essentially look that up, bro. Even Aztecs, that was something given to us. Again, probably late 1800s. But no one really um identify themselves as an Aztec or as a Mayan. It was Mexica prior to that, and the only people that were able to profit off removing that label and people essentially calling us Mexica was, like I said, the colonizers, bro. Not no one else.
You know what's crazy here? When he mentioned Mayans, they are also Mayan Mexicanos. Do you know here documentaries, movies try to movies paint a picture that the Mayans disappeared? Like some force came and took the Mayans, or they don't know what really happened to the Mayans. And that's crazy to know that the Mexicano brothers and sisters are the Mayans, but they teach here, well, they do documentaries and shows and different things to say that the Mayans somehow magically disappeared. That's crazy.
And this is what I tell everyone, bro. This is what I try to tell, like, at least a generation that's younger than me. I'm 40 years old, but I try to teach them, bro. Like, you tell a lie enough times, people are gonna believe the lie, bro. Like, if I start telling everyone, bro, I did this 20 years ago, right, and I tell enough people that, bro, the truth will be essentially tainted. You know, if people don't tell the truth, bro, people would 100% will start believing the lie, bro. Because trust me, like, I get it, bro. Who doesn't want to get identified as an Aztec, right? For me, like, I'm Mexican, bro. Because Aztec were meant to be warriors, and we're like this big, tough subgroup from the Mexica, right? Everyone wants to get identified as that. But the truth is, like, we were never essentially. Yeah, there was other groups, right? It's just like here, like, if you see someone from California, they're completely different from someone from the East Coast, from New York, right? But I mean, at the end of the day, we're equal, I guess you could say.
What?
Does that make sense?
No, they're not.
No?
What are you talking about? Chicanos, Mexican? I'm sorry
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we had to someone.
Well,
knock on
I'll
the
even
door,
put it like this,
and
bro. Like California Chicanos, bro, and not even see. That's what I'm saying. Texans, they don't even consider themselves Chicanos. Texans consider themselves.
there's lots of
Chicanos.
no.
Oh, bro,
There's
He's saying you wrong in the
there's
chat, bro.
No, 100%, bro. Tejanos believe like they're this special subgroup as well, bro. Yeah, of course there's some, but if you go to Texas, bro, 100% of like, bro, Tex-Mex and all this, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
100%,
just, yeah,
bro.
I think it depends on. I think it depends on the level of colonization.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Tejanos
Texas
tend to
Texas
be
is a
more
special breed.
colonized than the word Chicano.
No, and then I'm gonna give you
Yeah.
another one, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why you got to look into your history.
Like
Essentially,
a
bro.
Tejano is like equivalent to a Latino.
Yeah, no, but not only that, bro. But
They're
essentially,
just
like,
they're really colonized.
you know how like they're heavily like the cowboy culture, bro. The cowboy culture essentially came from the vaqueros, bro. If you ask a real authentic cowboy, bro, and you ask them, right?
Yeah,
Who did
but what we're saying though, it's still married to like for me, a colonized kind of mind frame.
No, exactly, bro. Like, that's essentially what I'm saying as well, bro. I mean, my respect to the people that believe that Native Americans, like, you know, like I have some Native Americans friends. I live in California. There's Chumash. This is like the closest tribe that's like here officially. And I mean, I get it. I respect their point of view, but I tell them, bro, read your history. Trust me, you're more close to the Mexicas than someone, a colonizer, giving you the Native American special little label and you run with it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because they're like, oh,
But that's a whole nother, like that term Native. I thought about putting that in there too. Like, should Mexican Americans receive reparations before African? And now I was gonna put Native Americans also, but
yeah, bro.
I thought it would make it too complicated for it. Because if you look at the history of Mexico, for the advancement of Mexican, it's for all of us.
Yeah, 100%.
That's my take at it. From my understanding, my studies, like, Mexican American is everything. Right?
No,
I mean, of course, there's a bloodline. Of course, there's Mexicayot, and that's a whole different topic, But I think that's what Mexica is. It's the people. Because when you study about the Nochtitlan, the Mexica, the Mexica were the smallest community within the Mexica Empire.
Exactly.
So there was like all kinds of different indigenas that made up Mexica.
Exactly,
So
bro.
it's the same thing. It's the same concept.
It's just Mexica's
It's
the
just
biggest group,
it's
like
a
the
it's a
subgroup.
greater we just have to decolonize and get rid of and identify like colonial ideologies
Exactly, because if you
and
think about it, if you really
and
think
work your
about
way
it,
away from them.
sorry to interrupt you. If you really think about it, bro, that is the easiest way to control people. Go ahead and separate them into separate groups, and then separate ideas, and then they believe, oh, I'm better than this. You know what I mean? Whereas since if everyone had
Yeah.
like a firm belief of like, hey, this is what we are, who we come from. We have I don't know, a greater sense of a union. You know what I mean?
Hey, look, can I ask you, look, a question right quick, my brother. See, I heard you say earlier, the freedom of Mexico is everything. See, so I want to point out that, it's from observation of it. Like, I'm not, I've talked to a lot of different groups of people, and like us as Black Americans, we would say the freedom of Black America is everything. Or I see Palestinian brothers say the freedom of Palestine is everything. So that means all the people, everybody feel like in their area, in their world, that they freedom matters to everything. So so that means I feel like all the people have the same mindset of being free, because everybody feel like they freedom is freedom. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Correct.
you've heard that. So Palestine is freedom of everything.
Yes, and then
What do you think about that, babe? Oh, he wasn't listening. What do you think about that, Styles?
Palestine's not a good example. We all watch them get unalived, unfortunately. So we gotta prepare for what's coming. And if we don't fucking stick together, that's what's gonna happen to us.
I can break it down deeper than that, but I don't want to do it on here because y'all know we can't. We can, but we can't.
Yeah, it starts getting to a slippery. Yeah, with a slip of the tongue, these
So I was
motherfuckers
just
start
really,
tripping.
I was
Yeah.
just really using an
No, I get it. Like I get it. And free Palestine.
Palestine,
Yeah. There's no need for wars.
free Congo, free Sudan, free Mexico,
Yeah, there you
free
go,
us,
brother.
free Mexico, free us, like free everyone. We all need to be free. No lie, we
Free
not free.
colonial mind frame.
Yes, we not free.
Yeah.
We under the
There you go, man.
freedom.
Nice save. Yeah.
Blessings.
Hey. So Eric, yeah, I like your mind frame towards it. I think it's critical that we make people understand that with the freedom of Mexico is the freedom of of
Everybody.
I feel everybody, man. I mean, I don't
Everyone,
not to
brother.
sound like I
100%.
think, yeah, it is everyone.
Like, yeah, 100%, brother.
We have to learn it, yeah, because that's the core of fighting the colonizer, and so that's what we're kind of fighting right now is fascism and all this shit. But they just keep changing their fucking names, but it's the same fucking thing. And
Exactly.
so
It's
I
the same
thank you for
idea.
understanding what I'm trying to say. Yeah,
No,
thank you, man.
100%,
All of you guys,
100%, bro.
thank you for helping me. Yeah, helping me get that point across, man. All of you guys were great. Cause I was when I showed Chicana this, I was like, I don't know what kind of fucking, and so like, yeah, thank you, man. You guys are all very, even you, Rob.
I got you, man.
Yeah, you got a lot of class though, dog. Cause you kept your cool and everything, man. Thank you.
Yeah, he listening, man. Your brother.
Yeah. I'm educated, man. I'm educated.
Yeah.
I think he take it from.
But now, how you guys feel about Nick Fuentes then, man? Because he's technically of Mexican descent.
He's Latino. He's Hispanic. He says he's Hispanic.
The coconut.
He says he's Hispanic. So
He's a
yeah,
coconut.
he's a coconut. So like, not even a coconut. He's Hispanic. He literally calls himself Hispanic.
He's up. I don't know. He's confused, man. He don't know nothing, man. That kid is this, something else. But he likes to use that stuff when he needs it for him, for him. He likes to use that name for like to be a Mexican all of a sudden to bank out of it, But when you don't need it, he won't use it. He'll be back being a little, whatever he is.
Wow. So, okay. So can I ask you a question? So Latino, Hispanic, and a Mexican is different. Like, is it like a class?
Well, a Latino and a Hispanic is the the identity that the white man put on us, forced it.
All right,
They
man.
said, "Hey, you're not Mexican,
Exactly.
you're not Taino, you're not fucking Dene, or whatever. You're not Purupecha, you're fucking Latino."
Wow.
And that's what the United States does to us, man. So like Latino and Hispanic. You wanna emphasize more on that, Chicana or
No.
Styles?
Oh no, I totally understand it. Like they make us
Yeah.
believe we not African, we Negro, or we colored, or we black, or we this new
Yep.
term FBA. So yes, I totally understand. Like,
Yep.
totally
So
understand.
just because I speak Spanish, right? So first of all, I speak two slave languages, English and Spanish. Neither of my native languages, correct? And because I speak Spanish, they call me Hispanic. I've never been to Spain. Nobody's in my family is fucking from Spain, but I'm still labeled as a Hispanic, right? Latin, that's fucking from Italy. I've never been to Italy, right? However, that these are the terms that they give us.
Man, learn something every day, bro.
And you know what? I want to
Appreciate
say,
you, my
yeah,
brother.
Palestine is freedom
Yeah,
for all
sure.
people because they're fighting the colonizer. So yeah, I disagree with what Styles said a little bit, but I think it's like Mexico is still strong, you know.
Lucian, I wanted
Mexico,
to.
we still like the revolution and the independence and all these past conflicts that is part of our history shows that it's a humanitarian movement. It's about the people.
100%, bro.
So,
Give it
I
a
just want to say that because it's just been bouncing in my head.
We found one
Yeah.
for a top
I see it. Literally, I see it as a clear example of what could happen to us if we don't fucking wake the fuck up, eh?
Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
Exactly. Because
Hell yeah.
these walls are already built. Yeah. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
They could easily do what they did to Gaza, what they're doing to the West Bank, what they've done to the history of Palestine, right? How it just shrank. That could happen. You know, like it's just insane. It's kind of like already kind of happened.
What do you think the yellows always want to get
Like,
us?
we either have to assimilate.
How
Yeah,
yeah.
Well,
As soon as
Look
they
at
enter,
Ice.
as soon as they enter,
Look at what Ice
it
doing.
happens when
Ice
they
is like
enter
the first
Africa, right?
starter.
I don't. Hey, Dylan, what's up, Dylan? How you doing, brother?
What's going on, bro? I'm chilling. I wanted to add, or I guess answer Lucian's question when you said what does Latino or Hispanic mean? Hispanic means property of Rome, and Latino means property
Ooh,
of.
there you
Or
go.
I got it flipped. Latino means property of Rome, and Hispanic means property of Spain. So it's like they were saying, Spanish to a certain demographic is a slave language. It's a title that they slapped up on us because this is what we're gonna call you, not what you actually are.
Wow.
Yeah, man. And that's what Mexico is. Mexican is us winning our independence and saying, hey, we're indigenous. Because the flag, the Mexican flag, is the Mexica creation.
Yeah.
It's our creation story. So like you can't get it was to show the world that we're indigenous. Hey, that whatever you done, we're still fucking here. We're still indigenous.
Man.
We're still Tenochtitlan.
Wow.
Right? We're not you.
So is it a lot?
So yeah, that's what Mexican is.
So is it a lot of Mexicano brothers and sisters that rather be called Latino or rather be called Hispanic? Still in being
Yeah, there
Yeah,
is.
bro,
It's
that's-
because colonization happened all over right here.
That's what I was gonna say, bro. It's actually
Right?
funny that some people are more proud to be like, "Oh, I'm Latino. I'm not Mexican." It's like, bro, you got it backwards.
Yeah.
You got it so backwards, brother.
Straight up, yo.
A lot of brainwash.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing.
Check this out. I even have family who think they're fucking Hebrew, bro.
Damn it.
Well, you know that. Well, Hebrew, like now, how does that fits in different when it comes to other people, right? Are we supposed to accept it when we
with
learn how?
colonization. That comes with colonization.
Okay, yeah,
and the
yeah.
Bible on a fucking ship to our people.
Yes.
Man. That Bible has nothing to do with our culture, dog. And yet I have family that,
But okay, so like
never
what
seen
I've
that.
learned. Okay, I know. When it comes to white people, now how do we address the African American brothers and sisters?
Oh no, I
when
know.
they're Hebrew and they're that.
Oh no, I disagree with the
Like,
Bible. Don't Hey, the Bible was introduced to our people during slavery too. I don't believe that Bible is for my people either. No,
If
hey,
I could
I
add
don't believe that.
something, if I could
Sure.
add something, the way I look at the
Yes, because it,
Bible,
that's perfect. Yep.
the way I look at the Bible is they
right,
took
nice.
our ancestors' stories when they
All
talk
right, all
about the
right.
battle, when they talk about the who, the what, the when, they're talking about those great nations. Those were our ancestors, and they took those stories and they enslaved us with them. You know what I mean? So when you guys say that, that Bible has nothing to do with us, it does, because they're talking about, civilizations beforehand, but they whitewashed it just like anything. The church got their hands on it and they turned it into what it is nowadays. That's my opinion on it. But go ahead if anybody got anything to say.
No, perfect. So the Bible, as we know it, it's a beautiful collection. I always say that
History.
it's a
Sound like
beautiful
history.
collection. It's a beautiful collection of Babylonian, Sumerian, and African culture that was assimilated from Kemet, the oldest culture in Africa, from Africans. So yes, so like I said, that book, I'm going to say it again, has nothing to do with America. That that information has been assimilated by the white man from Africans for thousands of years before they even arrive here, bro. So that's the one point that I always like to clear up. Yes, it's a beautiful collection of Sumerian, Babylonian, and African culture that comes from the original people from that part of the world and then arrived on the ship. So I don't know if anybody can show me different.
No, yeah,
I
and
agree,
you're right
bro.
on that, brother.
I
I
agree.
think the earliest civilization was like you said, it was in Africa, bro. So essentially, we all derived from that, and there's nothing that can prove prior to that.
No.
I think
Like,
there were
okay.
plenty of other civilizations. I'll
Yeah, I
agree.
think there's an alternative way to think because our creation, the Mexican flag, right? That's what I was telling you. It says otherwise. It says that we come from this land.
Gotcha,
We
bro.
don't come from African land.
What I was talking about
So
is
it's
the
just like I think
Bible.
that's
Look at the Bible comes from them over there. So when we go back and talk about Kemet, and when we talk about Kemet, where that information is derived from, Europeans don't even fucking exist. And guess what? We exist over here in America developing geometry. I think Keeping It Real was on earlier, and he touched on the mathematics. So when we go past the TVs and that we were in fucking caves and that we were fucking trying to survive, and we get to the geometry that both our cultures simultaneously developed independently in different parts of the world, the scenario changes. That whole out of Africa scenario kind of, changes. So I like to encourage everybody to go and research the mathematics it takes to build these structures and who the fuck developed it.
Wasn't that much
Yeah, 100%, bro. We were definitely no cavemen. That's 100% sure, bro.
Nah, no caveman. Yeah, but I'm saying what I'm saying is the whitewashing of it, bringing us this white tea or God, and this is saying this who we worship and this is who's gonna save us. I'm talking about that version of that has nothing to do with us, but
no, we're sorry, man. My wife starts acting silly sometimes.
I'm so sorry. I just have like this. I'm nothing.
Yeah, she has Tourette's.
Oh no, look.
Fuck, man, relax, man.
I'm
Like,
joking,
I was
I'm
loving
joking.
this conversation for real.
I'm,
She good. I'm
sorry.
You good. All love.
Let it out. Let it
Let's
out.
talk shit about me, man.
No, I'm just saying, like, when you want to like grab your posse and ride at dawn, and shit just don't work out that way.
Right at
Stop. I want to ride at dawn. I want to like hold people accountable. I want to slap Spain with England.
Righteous.
Nice.
Nice.
Very nice.
I want to like kick down doors, take names,
that'll be
and
a good
flex
ass
on
meme.
people.
I'm
Don't
gonna
you
tell
want to? Don't you want to like flinch a whole country? Like just make a whole country flinch? I'm just. I'm sorry. I digress.
Yeah, man. So yeah, it's been a kind of interesting, man. How do you feel, Rob, after this conversation? This little bit, that
the Old Testament
What
is
do you
what
think
Africans wrote, and then the white man wrote the New
See,
Testament.
there you go. That's what I was trying to respect.
Yeah, because
They
like
could have
if you
that,
look
like-
at it, if you think about it, you know, this is my theory. Jesus Christ is not a real person. They created him. The Romans did, because he died in year 33. He was born in year 3, died in 33. They had the Council of Nicaea. That's when they created him, pretty much, in 325. So if you go back in history, I guess to like George Washington. If you think about it in our terms, George Washington, you don't have to have a council on George Washington to prove who he is, to come up with the story and all collaborate. You see what I'm saying? If that makes sense. That's my thought.
This is
Respectfully,
an interesting theory.
I got one quick question. Can you, because you stated, you know, written in Africa, right? Can you state one African author, please?
No, I don't, but I know the oldest Bible is that of Ethiopia.
Yeah,
I mean, but let's not be. Let's not.
Hold on. And that's called, I believe, it's
That's
named
yours,
after a Rome. It's named after a. Who's it named after, man?
I think
Who's
it's
that
more
Ethiopian Bible named after?
I think it's more like this. What he's saying is that they had to make us this white chief savior so we wouldn't save ourselves. Let's invent that someone that saves the world, and that they all think they need a savior to come save them. That's
And
what
he's trying to claim it back.
Yeah, because if you
how
read
we
the
say
Old
we're trying to
Testament,
claim
it
our-
says nothing about
Yeah.
Jesus. It just prophesizes a God that's going to come down to earth. The white man read
Yeah,
that.
but that's been even proven to be redacted and changed and manipulated.
No, I'm saying the Bible. That's
if
in the
anything,
Bible. The
yeah,
Old Testament.
I learned what I realized this week when I found out. Styles actually told us about the new discovery in Mexico. It dawned on me how arrogant for us to think that we fucking know everything, that everything has been uncovered and discovered, and we just got all the pieces to the jigsaw puzzle. How arrogant of us to think that.
Wait, hold-
The
what are we
majority
talking
of what we perpetrate and push and marry and propagandate is theory, really. Theory and our own ego to be right, our own need to be right. Right?
Amen.
We can't never just accept the fact that we're fucking students. We're never going to be Mr. Miyagi. We're always going to be Daniel-san.
Well, we're talking about
Because
the
this
Bible. I'm
world
saying
is
the
so
Bible.
big.
The Bible and the Old
Right, the
Testament.
Bible has already been
the white
proven,
man.
though,
Hold on,
to
hold on. The
be-
white man found the Bible when they colonized Africa a long time ago. When they came up with the Bible is nothing but some old scrolls that they put together. It was 88 books or stories, and they cut it down to 66.
But
In that
how
text,
many of those
it
books are missing?
prophesizes a God coming down. The New Testament is.
What I'm trying to say, Chicana, that's why we're gonna argue. That's his. That's.
But hold on, I'm
his
trying to see
lineage
what's your
is
point
Africa.
of view with that. No, it's not African. That's facts. The white
Okay,
man
yeah,
was
well,
in
okay,
Greece.
yeah,
Hold on.
yeah.
The white man was
But it's
in
not.
Greece.
But it's not facts for Mexica right here.
But hold on.
For- it's not
Everyone has
related
their
to this
different
picture right
gods,
here.
but I'm saying religious facts.
No,
If you
it-
take, I took a
he's
religious
talking
course in
religious-
college.
Correct. Are you familiar with Ptolemy Soter?
So the Greece had their own gods. Everyone believed in multiple gods at a time.
Rob, Rob, are you familiar with Ptolemy Soter and the study of salvation?
That's in Greece or
Well, okay.
Roman.
Well, the study of the study
I
of
heard of
salvation is
that
named
people-
after. Ironically, it's named after Ptolemy Soter. You would think that the study of salvation would be named after Jesus Christ, which is not. So I encourage you to look up the study of salvation. It's called soteriology, right? That kind of points you to who the Christ image is modeled after, and that would be Ptolemy Soter. So just to help you out in your research.
So hold on. You guys are saying Jesus is real, right? Okay. So if you
No, Jesus, look at so what happens is when the white man enters Africa, right? The indigenous people of Africa don't they're used to worshiping a pharaoh, a god. The pharaohs aren't
multiple
kings.
gods.
Yes, hold on. The pharaoh in particular was believed to be a god in Africa, right? The pharaoh himself was the embodiment of a god. So people worshipped differently. They worshipped the pharaoh differently. They didn't, not like the Europeans worshipped and feared the king. They didn't fear their pharaoh, right? That's all white man bullshit, homeboy. So when the white man enters Africa, right? It would be what's his name? The great, I forget his name. Anyways, he sends Ptolemy Soter, and that's where he deifies himself in order to rule the people. So that's the creation of Jesus, the person, like the first foundations of Jesus Christ. That comes later, like you said, in the Council of Nicaea. However, the foundations of the Christ figure is Ptolemy Soter. So when they enter Africa, they have to deify themselves in order to have the people follow them, because the people know you bleed, bro. You're a white man and you bleed. Fuck, you ain't gonna rule me. So they had to deify themselves.
No, they
Go ahead.
they conquered Egypt long before the New Testament.
No, but
Like, you know, Egypt was conquered like five times.
Yes,
You talking about Cesare Borgia, that Borgia? You talking about Cesare Borgia, the picture, that ruler that we found out? Jesus' picture is really some ruler named Cesare Borgia. Is that who you talking about?
No, I'm saying the actual person.
Oh yes, he's shown with a cup on his head, so you can look up all those images.
No, I know that. I'm saying the actual person never existed.
No, but the Pope's son is the image of it, you know.
We agree there. We agree there. To date, there's no, and like our sister said, there's no archaeological evidence that
thank you, friend.
he exists. Correct. We all agree on that. We all agree on that, man. There's no argument there.
Can I step in? Can I say some things? They do have the crown that he wore. They do have where, you know, there are certain things that they found. They had the veil that he had on. When it was said that he quote unquote ascended. Something I would like to add is I understand all the concepts you guys are talking about, but what I was taught is, you know, I believe Jesus did exist, and I believe he was a brown person. I believe that the picture that everybody has of Jesus, I don't think that that's an accurate representation. It's been proven, like you were talking about, Styles. But there are certain verses within the Revelation 1:15. It said that his feet were the color of bronze. That his feet were the exact color of bronze. You know what I mean? And many people take that interpretation and they do with it what they will. But I do think there's plenty of documentation to prove that he was a real person. You know what I mean? Not outside of the Bible as well. Other cultures talk about him. They talk. Muslim cultures, they all talk about him. You know,
Well, hold
Jewish
on.
cultures
Can I
talk
say
about
something to
him.
that?
Go ahead, Rob.
Well, Muslim says something about it because Muhammad came about 200 years after Jesus Christ.
Oh my God, phone.
Well, no, my bad, not 200. That's after the Council of Nicaea. Like Muhammad came around maybe 400 sometime.
It was time. It was a lot of time afterward, yes. But
And to be honest, I would like for anybody to prove that either of them existed. I always say I'll give anybody $2,000 if they prove Jesus or Muhammad existed. So as we stand, neither
like I said,
of them.
they have certain things. They have certain artifacts. They have the crown that he wore. You know, they have
I understand that part.
They have
So,
the veil
but that
with
doesn't
his
mean it
blood
was
on it.
Jesus.
You know what I mean? There
So
are certain things that they have.
no, correct. So we do know these look at these stories are taken from Africa. So the color of his skin, I don't doubt he was African, bro. If these
I don't
stories
think he was
originate
African.
from
So
Africa,
that's where we differ
well,
too, brother. Because I believe if he was anything, I believe if there was any genetic way Jesus would have looked at, then especially how they described him and where he was born, he was of Nazareth. So the people that were born around there in Jerusalem, those were, you know, Middle Eastern people.
So
Those were
once again, look. So Dylan, Middle
people that would
Eastern
look
is a
like you and
modern
me,
term.
so to
Oh,
speak.
look at
You know what I mean?
Middle Eastern. Hold on, Middle Eastern is a modern term. That was all Africa at one point. It was the Nubian Empire.
Yes,
When
but there
these
was
stories are ancient.
many
So when
ethnicities
we
there
go
other than just African.
so
There were
yes,
so
correct.
many
They were all
melanated people.
yes, they were all. They guess what? In that part of the world, they all come out of Africa, Dylan. They're not American. That's still in Africa. In that part of the region, that part is populated by Africans, according to their
You're talking
right.
about the Eastern Mediterranean.
All those people came from the out of Africa theory, according to their books.
I
right?
I don't agree with that African theory. I don't believe that all creation started there. I believe that there was multiple civilizations that all coexisted at once. I think that's why so many people look different. That's me, that's my opinions. I understand people believe other things, but I understand what you're saying with modern terms and that a lot of that was Africa and there was a lot of mixing and meshing, but even the Egyptians, a lot of people say the Egyptians weren't, yes, it was in Africa, but the populace that ruled, it wasn't Africans. It was
Correct.
more
Do you want to know why?
Arabic
Do you want to
people,
know why, Dylan? Do you want to know why? Because the
What's up?
Egyptians comes way later. So when you talk, see, a lot of people mix up Egypt with ancient Kemet. When you talk about ancient Kemet, there's only all black people over there, right? The last real black pharaoh was Tatentinami or something like that, right? The real black pharaoh. He was invaded by the Assyrians, right? So when you're talking about these cultures, there is no Middle Easterns. They're Assyrians. They're African. So that's
Arabic,
those labels
Muslim,
didn't exist.
there was, yeah, but the people did, they became their own groups, but those
No,
melanated
correct.
people were
So
still there. You know what I mean?
there you go. All melanated people in Africa, correct?
And there's just more than one type. You know what I mean? And I think people lose that when you put the term African on it. You know what I mean? I think people only think of one type of a person. You know what I mean? But
So why?
that's
So you don't. Why is it hard to say Jesus might have been African? Why not? Why can't you say
I
that?
believe. I mean, I don't think that there's necessarily anything wrong with it. But me personally, I believe he looked more like a Middle Eastern person from the way that they describe him in
And to
the
me,
account.
those are
You know what I
Africans,
mean?
bro. That's just North Africa.
I think that's a generalization, though. You know what I mean? I
The
think you're looking at a
Middle
huge. I think you're
Eastern. What do
looking
you
at a
think Middle East?
huge
Okay,
area
so
of
what do you think
land.
Middle East? What do you think the term Middle East is? That's a generalization of a bunch of people in that area. You're doing the
That's
same
why
thing.
I said Muslims, people of Arabic descent, people like that, people who look like that, or people who that
So,
arguably
like I
look
said,
like you and me.
like I said,
You know what
those
I mean?
when Jesus existed, those people didn't exist. That's my point. It's of an older story that came from where, right?
It
It's an
is
older
though.
ancient
During
story.
at least from the accounts of what I've been taught, those people were all existing at the same time. All of those cities, Nazareth, all that, they were melting pots, much like cities nowadays. People from all over here.
According to the Bible, it was all one people till Babylon, till they challenged God and God separated the people. So I'm not understanding.
You're talking
In
about the
that very
tower and
book,
all that. I don't take.
yes,
Look,
in that
I'm
very
not a
book,
Bible
in that
thumper.
very book, they were all one people
I
at one
don't take
time.
it all as fact styles. You know what I mean? But there
No,
are
yeah.
things about it that I do think Jesus was a real person. I do think there's a reason we document time after his death, and there's a lot of theories that go into it. But I think there's enough proof to prove that he was here. Enough cultures and people talk about him, in my opinion, and you know
No,
what I mean?
that's fine.
Yeah,
Like, have
I
you ever been to a
believe that. I
museum?
believe
Dylan,
that he
hold
was
on.
real
Have you
too.
ever been to? Has anybody been to a museum with the Jesus exhibit? Each museum would die, they would beg. They would beg, right? They would beg for that exhibit. If
Hey, what happened to
museum
homeboy?
could
He
host-
left.
yeah,
He boned out, yeah.
Oh, he
right.
left in
So
a good,
I've never been to a
I'm sorry.
museum that has a Jesus or Moses or any kind of exhibit in regards to the Bible.
Ooh, we're on that one.
I'm not arguing at all.
Just don't
That
exist.
it was took and it was twisted 110% from the way that they looked to the language of everything. You know what I mean? But I do believe that they were real people. I believe that those stories
I believe Jesus
were
belonged
carried
to
down.
us. I believe that's why we're
Exactly,
not in
and
the
that's
Bible.
exactly, and that's
believe
exactly
Jesus was
where I was trying to get
Africano,
to.
straight up. The white man goes into Africa, steals all their information, Jesus included, and he's an African. And I say that with no fucking remorse at all.
I think that's the generalization, brother. And I get your thought process.
Yeah,
I do.
I
But
think so too. I think everyone has a theory.
Small,
No.
you
What's
know?
weird is how our own people, even though we're Mexican and not even
know,
related,
that's what I'm
can't say that
tripping on.
Jesus is black. You know what I'm saying? We got two
If you
Chicanos
guys
here
look at
saying,
one,
yeah, they
I didn't
believe
say
in
he
him, but
wasn't
he's
black.
black.
look
You know, they
at my
believe in him,
comment
but
way back
I'm not
when
God.
I
I don't
put
know. I wasn't
perfect
there.
example of
I
religious
said from the
division when
descriptions that they
we
give.
No,
entertain
no,
Abraham
you and
religion.
Styles don't get to do that to me and him because we're
Why?
saying, I'm going to answer. because we're not saying that we know. We're saying
Exactly.
that we believe that he does. Like, just like you guys are pushing what you believe, I'm not using my belief to go around and subjugate, oppress, and enslave anybody. I'm
pushing
just
nothing
simply
that I
saying,
believe.
I'm not saying that you are. What I'm saying is, don't say we have a couple Chicanos here that are not as indigenous because we're open-minded to other spiritual beliefs. Like, I'm not using mine to indoctrinate anybody or to weaponize it. So I believe I've decolonized my faith. And my faith is my fucking business. So I just don't feel like we should be chastised as Chicanos that are going, hey, I'm Daniel's son in this bitch. I'm not Mr. Miyagi.
Hey, what's up, Neckbone?
What's up, everybody?
I mean, just saying.
Yeah, I kind of agree with
Sure, Mexican
Chicano.
Americans.
I kind of agree with Chicano as well.
Oh, go for it, bro.
Y'all arguing over that.
I don't agree with none of you. I don't agree with none of you guys. Nah, I'm playing. I think that if we learn that Mexica Mexican, right, survived without Abrahamic religion, so I think we have to take that into consideration. Like, if we could survive without it, there's no need to hold on to it, and that's what I felt kind of ironic that, like how Styles said, there was a Mexican and a Mexican, or Chicano and a Chicano arguing about something that belongs to them.
And I like to
Right.
consider
That was
myself
that-
more of a believer. I like to consider myself more than a believer than any Christian for that matter, because I know, where the word comes from, and I know Jesus is black. He's from that part of the world, right? So I don't. Not only do I
No one's.
believe,
I don't think either
No.
one of us are denying that he's black. I don't care what color he is.
What I said is based off of the descriptions that they gave and where he was born and those people. I believe that he would look more, what you could say would be like a Mexican or an Arab. That he would be. That's how they described him. His feet the color of bronze. They say he had black wavy hair. They didn't say it was like. I can pull up the shit if y'all really want, but.
But
that's
then we,
my opinion.
but then we get
it
into
don't
that
matter.
argument.
Let me
It
give
just
you.
don't matter. I got
Yeah,
black
yeah.
wavy hair. I'm not. He ain't no better
But
than
what
me.
I'm trying to say is everybody tries to say since they portrayed him as white, everybody tries to take it and flip it and be like, oh no, he was black. I don't necessarily think that. Me personally, I believe the first people on this planet looked like us. Like they look like
Me
Indians.
too.
That's my opinion.
Me
You know what
too.
I mean? And that's a lot of people disagree, but
I
they
agree with
called us.
that.
They said they built us out of red clay. That's how I look at that, and I understand I completely understand your thought process, Styles. You're a smart, educated dude. I like listening to you and discoursing with you. But I think not enough
I
people
go a step
realize that
further
there
with
was
proving that, though.
so many types of melanated people in that area. You know what I mean? And his mother, we know that his mother existed, and we know his mother wasn't of African descent. You know what I mean? So that's another thing that I go
Ooh,
off of.
Jesus, but that's theirs.
How
That's
do we know
theirs.
this? Hold on. How do we know his mother existed, and was she born of a and was he born of a virgin of a mother as well?
That's what they say. They have the blood. So from what I've been taught, when I've been told, they have the veil and they have the crown that he wore, and they were actually able to test the blood on those, and that he didn't have 24 chromosomes. That he didn't have any male
So
chromosomes.
then you agree with me that Jesus is a female. He doesn't have any male DNA whatsoever.
Well, they said that because they said he wasn't born of man. They said that a spirit
Yeah,
came
so
down.
I
and
say
they said-
the same
and they
thing.
said-
Jesus is a
they said the
female.
same thing
Correct.
about-
So he's
No,
a black female.
Styles,
Jesus is a black
Styles,
female.
you guys are not
They
listening
said
to
the
what
same
he's
thing
saying.
about-
What he's saying, man, let me help you out real quick. What he's saying is, it proves the theory that Jesus, the only part of him that is flesh. Hold on, Styles. The only part of him that is flesh is of his mother. The other portion is of God. So he
Exactly.
only has his mother's DNA to be a human. That's what he's saying. That's all he's saying. He's not saying that he's a woman. He's just saying it proves the theory that Jesus is the son of God.
I am saying that, Chicana. Let's clear that up. I am saying that because technically there was no male sperm involved, right? It was a miraculous conception. right? So because we're going with the whole narrative. So technically, he doesn't have any male DNA in his body. So I say he's a female to go along with that story. And I just wanted to make sure you guys agree with me as
Okay.
Christians, because I'm a Christian.
I don't think
Okay.
he was. I
No,
don't
I
think he
don't
was a
think
woman.
that
I
he's
don't.
a female.
But his mother was Jewish. You know, this is well
So
documented
Jesus
that
is
the
really
mother
a
was
black female.
the Ghanaian. She was a Ghanaian woman, and you know the Jewish Ghanaian people of that time, they weren't African. You know what I mean? You could say they looked more like a Mexican. They had skin more like yours and mine.
Hey,
In their
can we
hair they
agree that
describe the
it's
hair
not
like
our creation, though, right?
wool. And that's another trait too.
It's
But that's not your
People.
creation, Dylan.
Well, it's like I said
It's
too. I've
not your
talked about
creation.
too.
Can we agree to that?
I'm a mutt, bro. I have some Muslim blood in me. I got some white blood in me, but I'm mostly, indigenous from my mama. That's what I got most of my stuff from. But I'm a mutt myself, bro.
So
My
that gives
pops
you
is a
the
top.
okay. So you feel that fact right there that you're a mutt, that you have the right or the okay to like learn about this stuff and consider it yours.
So I could no. So that's and
Well,
that's
no,
why
I'm
I'll
just
answer.
asking. It's a question. It's a
Yeah,
question.
no, and I got the answer for you. So for me, the whole reason why I resonate with Chicanos so much and Mexicanos is that's the people I grew up around, bro. That's who I built houses with. That's who I grew up with. So regardless of all the other shit I have in my blood, I look at y'all as my people. You know what I mean? Because that's from my personal life experiences. The first thing I ever got to build with my hands was traditional kivas with a bunch of Mexicanos, bro, and I'm very proud of that. So that's me. And there's plenty of other people that look at it differently. But when it comes to the Bible
I
and
see.
stuff,
I
that's
think
why.
inside of your head right there, you have because you're the one that's separating it because of the acceptance of that I'm a mutt. I don't know, like
I've been treated differently
it's no. I'm
by
just saying, like, what?
Mexicanos. I've been treated very differently since I'm not a quote unquote full blood. You know what I mean? Um, and there's certain things too, like when it comes to my Spanish, I've taught a lot of myself my own Spanish and being around people on the job site and shit. Because my grandparents spoke it, but my mother basically refused to learn it. So then that left me and my siblings without ever getting the opportunity to learn it, unless we taught it, went out there and got it ourselves. But
Dylan, and I feel it, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's why you're still here, hanging out with us, bud.
absolutely, and I stand all the stuff that I've come on here and talked about. I feel the way I feel about it. You know what I mean? That's the way that I look
Absolutely.
at it.
So to give you guys some homework. So yes, the original goddess of Africa is a black woman. So that's where the Greeks and everybody gets their information from Kemet, and you can look her up. She is called Ama. Ironically, we call our mothers Ama. So if you guys want to look up the original goddess in Africa, is called Ama. So yes, that's where the Greeks get the personification of God and turned it into a male figure called Ama. One more time.
Okay, I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna look into that. Ama, because that means mother in a lot of languages. I'm gonna have
Sir.
to look into that.
Yes, and check this out.
That's the commonality that all of us have, right? We all come from a woman.
Absolutely.
Except in Christianity, Chicano, we come from Adam.
But yeah, I think these are good conversations. I enjoy having them with you guys. You guys are all very educated individuals, and I like I say all the time, I learn a lot just from listening and having discourse. Because I think if people can't listen to other perspectives and try and understand the way that other people think, we'll never figure out how to get along. Because even all of us with similarities,
that's
none
one
of us
thing.
are the same.
What do you think about the reparations, though?
I mean, it's a good question. How would you go about it is the real question.
That's good, Nick Bone. I didn't even remember that he never answered the question.
Honestly, I don't give a shit about Jesus, bro, but he ain't never done nothing for me. I don't know about y'all, but he ain't never done nothing for me.
Ah, yeah.
But
I mean, and and that's you're entitled to that. That's what I'm learning. Like, I think people are entitled to whatever they want to think, right?
some people find that
So
find that shit really fascinating too. Like some people just like to learn about it. But
yeah, man.
this is not worth fighting with each other
And
over.
some people think that, and people are actually unaliving for it, right? And yeah, but yeah. So, what do you think about reparations, man? Dylan?
I mean, I think it's a dope ass concept. If it all worked how it really, if the way we wanted it. But I don't think that the U.S. government would ever do that without there having to be a war or us actually getting up and taking it. You know. And I think they've
Yeah,
shown
the
that,
old way.
because if you look at reservations, those are all just a bunch of treaties that the U.S. never held up their end of the deal. Those were all supposed to be temporary, or they were supposed to be in different. Very few tribes got to reside in their actual ancestral homelands. So again, in order to get reparations, you would have to be taking a handout from the government that fucked us. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's kind of a.
You think it's the wrong R word?
I think it's a
Like, not
cheap.
reparations. We want fucking recognition.
Exactly. I think reparations are a cheap response to thousands of years of subjugation and trauma. I don't think handing people some land and some money is going to be the way to fix it. And I think that's been shown with reservations. Those people, they still live in poverty. They still, are segregated and aren't, a lot of them aren't very, wealthy, not to generalize, because there are, wealthy reservations, but y'all get what I'm saying. Like, it's,
Yeah, I get it, man. So,
in
like,
my mind, to accept a reparation is accepting a handout from the government that puts you in that place.
so
Okay,
representation.
we'll give you this, but you stay over here and
So
and
wait,
y'all.
wait, wait. So representation then. Like, reparations is representation. Reparations is recognition. I think it, like
Yeah, but you still gotta. What I'm saying is, to get that money, to get that, to say, okay, yeah, we're gonna go with this. Who's gonna cut you that
the
check?
chance to govern yourself then, right? So that's the kind of
So
reparation.
yeah, the chance to be sovereign.
Sovereign. I heard sovereign's not a good word. I heard
Well,
govern
that's
yourself.
what a
I
lot of
don't
the
know,
rebels.
man.
That's what they are. They're sovereign nations. They have their own laws. They have their own, tribal council. They have their own, way about going about things. That's why it's kind of like, you could go get in trouble off the res and then go kick it on the res. And in theory, if you never
Insurance
leave,
policy.
they can't extradite you. You know what I mean? Because you're on sovereign land.
The homie said insurance policy. That makes sense.
I mean, I kind of feel like Chicano. You said to me, reparations. I have no interest in that. To me,
Yeah.
self-governance is the ultimate goal.
Yeah. And I
And you
think you can achieve that with that
how
reservation.
YT people colonize. What are the pillars of colonization? They put you on their money. They put you where they want you with some invisible lines on a map, and then they feed you their religion, their school
Exactly.
system, everything about your entire environment is geared towards getting your mind to work the way their mind does. There's no room for original thought with them. They
Not
want you to
even
forget
their
everything.
mind. It's like it's not even their mind. It's more like their servant mind. Like, they want us to be their servants and shit.
Because back to
I don't know,
They
man,
want
but I
their
agree
own
with you.
people to be servants. I mean, even
back to
YT
the
people aren't free.
yeah,
They've just
nobody
given
really.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, accepted the system. But it's like I said about the reservations. It's those people, they gotta preserve their way of life and all of that. But all of them still speak English. They all still, the government, the money that they get is from the government, and the government decides how much funding goes to that reservation, and then it goes to the people, and it's up to whatever tribal leaders to disperse and distribute it. And where there's money, there's evil. So I don't think that if we were to go back to our ancestral ways of living, I think you would have to completely eradicate that way of thinking. I mean, like I said, money's evil. It's made up. It's paper. There's nothing good about it. It's just
It's the same thing that what
That's not
Styles said.
like
that
there's I don't think that's the good way to, because there's good people that get money and use it correctly.
no, absolutely.
Like,
But
so money could be like to have that kind of mind frame to hustle and get, but I think it depends on how you want to. What are you doing it for? Like, who are you stepping on it for? Like, whose neck are you stepping on? Like, if is it for the betterment of humanity? I don't know. That's how I think. Maybe.
I mean, like what Styles said with Palestine being a warning. That's like a warning
Yeah.
shot that everyone can look at and see what can happen. The reservations and the way that quote unquote Native Americans, inside the invisible lines of the United States have been treated with their air quote reparations is a good warning too, And the only wealthy reservations are tribes that made their own wealth. Like the Seminoles are wealthy beyond anything we can even comprehend, and they own the Hard Rock, That's how they get their money. So kind of like you said, yeah, money can be a good thing if you have good leadership.
exactly.
But if the leadership is the federal government, we're always gonna get fucked.
Exactly. You're just accepting, whatever they're gonna give you.
So I don't trust it, honestly, but
But
yeah,
Joyce in the comments made a good point too. She said a lot of reservations are self-funded. So if they don't have a casino, if they don't have mom and pop shops, if they don't have stuff that their community can keep themselves up with, then they're never gonna pass a certain, I guess tax bracket is the way you could put it.
the poorest community in the country is Pine Ridge, and that's a reservation.
Exactly.
In the whole nation, that is the poorest place in the whole country.
You got people waiting on water trucks. You know what I mean? Like that's no way to.
I don't know what it's like, but
in my,
they're destitute.
exactly. It's sad,
And for us
man.
to also think we would get good land is kind of naive too. I mean,
Absolutely. If you look at what they gave, the people, like I said, very few tribes got to reside in their ancestral homelands. I know the Lakota got to stay in the Black Hills because of how great of warriors they were, but when it comes, like for me, I'm from, like my tribes are from, the Southwest and Mexico and shit, and over here, bro, the people that got put on the reservations, they're in the middle of fucking nowhere. It's the land's barren, like, and they didn't expect these people to survive. They didn't
and
expect
the
them to live
Lakota still do
steadily.
not have access to the Black Hills. By the way, there are
Exactly. They just
no
get to be
tribal
by it. Exactly.
lands owned by tribal communities that are inside the Black Hills. Yes, it is in the Laramie Treaty, but that has never been honored.
Right. And that's the whole kind of point I was making too. To get a reparation, you gotta take from the people. You gotta accept it from the people that fucked you in the first place. So it's that goes down to an individual. Some people would be like, yeah, fuck it, give me my money, give me my spot, I'm good. But for me, that's not the end goal.
Yeah, and to me, an acceptable reparation would be self-governance. An option to buy out of the American system, free travel, no borders, and we would have to create our own government. We don't belong.
So you're talking about like creating a border, right? And them not there, or
I'm not. I'm just saying that
still?
we're free to be where we want to be. Like we don't need a border, and we can. I'm in the Midwest. I'm in the middle of the Midwest, and I'm not gonna pack up my whole family and move to some piece of shit, little box they carved out in, you know, the desert or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm just not going to do it. But what we should be able to do is opt out of the American system that we have no choice of being a part of currently. And I mean, it would have
I
to
think
be
I
self-funded.
agree.
I mean,
I
if
feel
you
like
want to
there's a
live
lot
in
of
South Dakota, live in South Dakota. But you're not governed by the United States. You're governed by your people. And we would have to put
So
our own
okay.
people in charge. And our own
Mm.
people would make our own rules. And we don't need a fucking line on a map. Because at this day and age, you're isolating yourself. You're boxing yourself in. I mean, 3,000 years ago, yeah, you had a
Okay,
structure
so
that you called your
how far
home.
does that line go to? Like, does that line go all the way to like Russia and
The
China?
Americas. The
But that's why I
Americas.
said, that's why I went back to the point of, you know, we would never be able to achieve something like that unless there was a civil war, you know, because there's just so many different types of people here at this point, you know. We're generations and generations later. And that kind of goes back to the conversation earlier when you guys were like, well, what would we do with all the white people? You know, it's like I said, two wrongs don't make a right. If it's understandable to want to do, you know, and commit the same atrocities that people committed onto your people, but then we're just as bad as them. You know what I mean? It's when given the opportunity, we didn't turn the cheek. We said,
I
"Fuck yeah,
think
I'm gonna get mine." You know what I mean? Like it's the
I
same
don't think
concept.
Negbone said that he's gonna like he to put the same thing that we did that they did
But
to us to them.
but for
I
the
think he's
American
saying something
government,
else.
the American government's never gonna go for something like that. The whole reason they're down with you know reservations is because they can contain you. They can force you into a little spot and make all y'all stay over there. You know, you're talking, and I love the way you think, bro. I think the same way. You know, our ancestors didn't fucking think that we could own land. We didn't believe in borders. We followed the seasons. When it was hot, we went to where it was cold. When it was cold, we went to when it was hot. You know, but it's nowadays with the system that's in place, that whole system was made to fight against that entire way of life.
And
So
this system has never worked.
I
Ever.
completely
Every
agree.
empire falls. It's just a matter of time.
Absolutely,
So
I agree
until
with
we
you.
quit thinking about what it's going to be like in 100 years, and we start thinking about what it can be like in 1,000 years, it will always be the same. It'll always be an empire.
So you
Always.
even reach further
Quit. I mean, we got to stop
about the
thinking
beginning of
about,
our revolution.
we got to stop thinking like, I'll never see this be done. Who gives a fuck? Maybe your fifth generation will see it done, but someone has to start.
I agree. You know, I completely agree. That's why a lot of tribes
So
teach about the seventh
even
generation.
though
You know,
it's a fool's errand
you
for
gotta live
us,
your life knowing you'll impact the next 7 generations, and I believe
doesn't
that.
mean it won't work. This empire will fall.
I think that's what he's saying.
I agree.
It,
Yeah, I 110% agree. But the thought process that you were going towards, you know, the being sovereign, having no borders, being able to exist in this country, they would kill us for trying to live our lives like that.
and
You know,
let me ask you guys this. Who has never fallen? What empire has never fallen? Who still lives in the old way? Who still lives the most free on the entire planet? It is all of the uncontacted tribes. The people that have just been left alone and free to live how they see fit. They're the only people on this entire planet that still to this day are truly
Yeah,
free.
yeah, but but how can we go back to that, man? Like we're colonized, we're here. So for the future of oh, man, how to that like without like a massive change.
that's
I mean,
yeah, I
we
agree.
we have
What are we
we
supposed to
have
learn
to
from that?
we
Like,
have
like
to
for real,
start, bro.
Neckbone. Like for real,
I think
Neckbone.
there
Like
have
teach
to
me
be
something, man. Like
wars,
what are we
you
supposed
know.
to learn from what you said?
I
What am I
mean, like
supposed to
we
take
have
from
to
that?
opt out of the banking system. We have to opt
Okay.
out of taxes whenever possible. We have to drain the system and expedite
I'm for that.
the fall of this
Yeah.
Take
empire.
back the control of our money.
Stop making the machine work. Yeah, I agree with you, bro. That's it.
Now, how do you break something? You take away the oil. You know, you quit greasing shit. You know, I'm a blue collar guy. If I don't put fuel in my dozer, it ain't gonna fucking start.
Yeah, yeah, exactly,
So I
bro.
mean,
We're the
when you
cause,
go buy
man.
it, when you go buy a truck, go buy it from a Vejito for cash, bro. We need to quit trying to
That's how I do it, fool. That's the
be.
shit I got right now,
We
fool.
need to quit trying to be shit that we're not. You know, you think about the Indians.
Like chasing the Joneses and shit like that.
Yes, bro. Like you when you buy into the banking system, the fucking interest rates, the housing market, you know, trying to make a lot of money so you can have cool shit, you know, it doesn't work. And a lot of people are so in deep, like they'll never be able to get out of that. Like my own parents will never be able to be free, to just not go to work if they don't want to go to work, to spend their time hunting, to spend their time planning food, to spend their time with their children and their wife. It may sound like all hippy dippy and shit, bro, but those are the only people on this planet that are free to do whatever the fuck they want. They're hungry, they go get food.
I
They're
agree.
thirsty, they
I
go get water.
100% agree with you, bro. I think
They want to get out of the rain, they build a fucking house.
the system we're made to live in, you know, the people that created it knew they were never gonna have to live like you and me. They were never gonna have to go pick up a hammer or a shovel or whatever the fuck it is. You know, they knew that. They knew y'all are just gonna keep putting money in my pocket so I can do exactly that. Go be with my family, go be with 1,800 bitches, whatever it is, you know. And,
I mean, like, I don't have the answer on how it starts or, you know, the perfect formula or whatever. But for me,
I think the only way, like you were saying, that you can is to instill it into the next generations. You know, 'cause we might not be able to make the change in our life, but if for me, when I raise, you know, I don't have kids, but when I do, I'm going to teach them, you know, about my ancestors, their ways, and that's really the only way we can do it is to try and give it on to the next. You know, because I can't think of any other way. You know.
I mean, we have to find a way to become self-sufficient. We have to. And I mean, for me, that's, you know, I got 2 years left to pay on my house, and I will never sell that house, ever. That house will go to my daughters. And hopefully, I raise daughters that will give that home to their kids and their kids, and so on and so on and so on. So they will never not have somewhere to go.
That's a good way of thinking, bro.
And if all of us as a community quit trying to have a fancy truck and a nice house and, you know, buy a brand new skid steer or whatever, all this crazy ass shit that you just don't need, then maybe 4 generations down the road, there is a chance that a big part of our community can just do what they want to do and not worry about going to a white man's bank to get a loan with some crazy ass interest rate that'll make you pay double. It's just, we have to quit buying into the system. They control us with money. They control us by putting us in positions where we need them just to stay alive.
I agree.
So that's all I got. I don't know.
Oh man.
Hey, can I say something real quick?
With you. Hell no, you can't say nothing, homie. I ain't trying to listen to you.
I'm just gonna keep it real. Like I understand that mindset, bro, but at the same time, like, I don't think we should live in poverty or live like bare minimum while the rest of the world is, you know, living it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand there's a reality that we like some Hispanics or Mexicans may overspend or spend more than what they have, but that's just that can be taught, you know, financial literacy, but like to just like, you know,
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
yeah, you know, to just like say nah, like
To go back to, I mean, I don't even see a logical way to going back to. I mean, there is, and it's called decolonizing, right? I don't think. I think it's all in your mind frame, and it's how indigenous you want to,
Yeah, we got to get more of a
like,
mindset of like
yeah.
entrepreneur, like, starting our own shit, to his point, but at the same time, but you don't, yeah, I agree. You don't want to be taking out these crazy loans because those, that's not the right way to do it. It puts you more and more in fucking in that
So
shit.
that's what you said, literacy,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
financial literacy.
Yeah. Like
Right.
we,
Yeah, I
we
mean, I'm
weren't
not
taught that. I don't know
advocating
about y'all,
for
but I wasn't taught that.
everybody to like run around in loincloths and use bow and arrows and shit. But
But
I mean,
No,
if you
bro,
take
I'd rather fucking
you
live
can
like that
still
than just
have a modern
on the farm.
quality of life and still not need them.
Yeah, that's true. But you could
Yeah, I
also
understand.
make a lot more money. You know what I'm saying? Like if you make a lot more money, you can have the finer things in life. And I understand chasing money is not really like the best thing to do. But at the same time,
You're
there's
talking about security, dog. I think you're taking on security and peace with money, like
I
a
mean, chasing
financial
money
kind of.
because you want to
Yeah,
do
I
that
think you're mixing two things up right there.
I think that's a white
is
man's
different
concept.
than doing it to have because you have to.
I think money is a white man's thing. If we're talking about decolonizing, it is. That's the way I look at it.
well, I
A lot
mean,
of our ancestors.
money was used in the ancient Egypt. I mean, it was used everywhere, bro. Like it's not
Yeah,
just a
it's
white
not.
man's.
Yeah, it
It's
was.
not. I get
We
that's a
had a
good.
currency.
Yeah,
We
that
had like
makes sense.
a trading
It's
system, like a
cool,
currency
yeah,
kind
but
of.
it was more so based off of like
Correct.
bartering.
The correct term would be sustainability. As long as everybody's sustainable.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like a
Yeah.
peace. That's
You know,
like a better word is sustainability. I think.
like the Jays, and I think you guys know who the Jays are, right? The Ish.
Yeah.
They lend money to their own kind, zero interest. You know what I'm saying? They bring each other up in that way, which is why they basically they're all rich, right? So like maybe that's a way to do it. Maybe we come up on each other. If somebody makes it, they can bring somebody up with them. But
Yeah, that's what my wife be saying.
yeah, but
My wife says
you
something
know how
like
it
that.
is though, man. We don't like to let nobody borrow money. Like hell no, fool, you ain't borrowing shit.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't never gonna get that
man.
back.
So hey, so you think that Mexican Americans should receive reparations before African Black Americans?
Ooh, that's a tough one, man. If we do, we need to get it from Mexico and not from the United States before the blacks do, because I think the blacks systemically.
What Mexico? Wow. Whoa.
Yeah.
Mexico is
How much
revolution though.
love
Like I
do y'all
think.
have a beautiful day, man. Appreciate the conversation.
What's that, bro?
Yeah. Oh,
I
okay,
said I'm gonna
Dylan.
drop
Okay,
out. Y'all
Dylan.
have a beautiful day, man.
Okay, Dylan. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, because if you
So
think
you're
about it,
saying
like if you think about it, right, we used to be part of Mexico, right? So like they fucked up and gave us
we are
that.
Mexico, man.
Well, I know, but they fucked
Yeah,
up.
but
And,
Mexico is showing progression, man.
It is,
It's
yeah.
not the same as it's not the same as the United States government. Even though I'm not trying to say the Mexican government is free of all, like they're bad. Like, come on, man. What I'm saying is it's still rooted in
I like what you
revolution.
guys said. Technically, it would be Spain, right? That has to pay.
there you go.
Yeah, I like that
Yeah,
one.
there you go. That's fine.
Spain, fucking English. I think English because Mexicans were subject to American government, which is I think English, right? German,
Yeah.
English, German,
Or Anglo.
French, it's all of
Yeah.
them.
But
Yeah, anybody that has our artifacts. So that's England, London. They have our Chinoli. I'm sorry, Chinoli. What is that? Austria has Montezuma's headdress. So why not we make them pay us fucking reparations?
Yeah, they got all our
Like
shit.
Spain, yeah.
Yeah, they got all our shit.
Yeah, so did
The
and then
the
if
Vatican.
they made money off of our fucking genocide, so that'll be all of Europe that made money off of our genocide.
But here's what I'll say about reparations. I know I'm talking a lot, but like reparations, like I think it shouldn't be paid in a form of currency because back to what we were talking about, financial literacy, like everybody's all we're gonna do, bro, is we're gonna spend that and give it right back to the same motherfuckers who are in charge, right? It's just gonna boost the economy. So like maybe we get interest-free house loans, maybe we get free college, maybe we get, shit like that, because without the financial literacy, we're just gonna blow that shit, bro. We'll be broke by 2 years, Like
So that's where we get a chance to govern ourselves. So like, hey, we have to have that chance, man. We deserve that chance to, hey, give us all that freaking gold, give us all our shit back, right? And then we have that chance to fuck it off if we fuck it off.
they'll gladly do it though, bro.
That's our fucking right.
No, they'll
dog.
gladly
Like, right?
do it because all we're gonna do is we're just gonna boost the economy, which is gonna raise the stock market, which is gonna get them richer. So like, it's basically just a stimulus.
No, we could get all that gold and make our own currency. We could make a bricks kind of like. See, I just think it's different how you think.
No, that's pretty.
Like
That's
you're
pretty
talking about
deep. That's pretty
splurging.
deep. Yeah, I mean that would take.
You're talking about splurging. I'm talking about joining the.
Yeah, we could do that.
Thinking about our future, like the brother said, he said 1,000 years ahead.
We'd have to elect some solid leaderships and stuff. We'd have to figure something out. Yeah.
Well, I think that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
I think we're trying to wake the sleeping giant.
And
and so like
you got to be careful too because gold is basically controlled the way the pricing is, right? So who's to say they don't give us a bunch of gold and then drop the fucking price of gold? You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I was watching something about how China is combating that, right, with their with BRICS and all that shit. So they made up that's a different conversation. Yeah,
Right.
they made up how to price gold for the last 200 days or something like that. So from 200 days until today, that gold there's gonna be a natural like an average of the last 200 days or something like that.
Yeah.
And it just keeps the gold at an average price.
Well, they
So
were
it
doing that
doesn't
forever
fluctuate.
with silver too, and recently silver just broke out finally. But people got to be careful because it could just be like a way to get people to buy high, and then all of a sudden they drop it, and everybody loses money. Like silver's at $100 right now. Like if you run out and you buy the candle,
Here's the main difference between silver and gold. Though gold can be remined. In other words, we've had every ounce of gold that we've ever had in throughout history. It's still around somewhere. Versus silver, once it's used in electronics, you can't recycle it. It's gone forever. So we're running out of silver.
Well, my understanding was there was more like silver available than gold. As far as like how to find
Like
it. and
coming
shit.
from the earth.
Yeah, because that's the whole reason why they use it for electronics and stuff is because it's so plentiful. Like copper. So like
Does the earth keep producing it?
No, I don't think so. But well, maybe. But at the same time, there's still like a lot of undiscovered shit too. Same thing with oil and all that.
Like deposits and shit.
Yeah.
Hey, I met this one guy his job was to X-ray the earth for oils and minerals and stuff like that, and he kind of explained it to me how they did it, like the different layers of earth material, how it goes down and down. Like it was kind of cool.
I think it's I may be wrong, but I think it's like sound waves. So they basically burst sound waves into the earth, and then certain metals reflect the sound in a different way. The sound will bounce off in a certain way. But I may be ultrasonic or something like that.
They call seismographs.
Oh, it was just interesting. Yeah, it even measured the air within the minerals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was kind of dope, the conversation I had with him. But 'cause those ones that's what I like to learn. I like to learn what people know.
Hey, I'll follow
help
your
you.
page. I saw some of your stuff, and my understanding is like you're looking for like a Mexican revolution in a way to where like you want to make United States Mexico or something like. Is that right?
So it's representation, right? I'm not asking for like any kind of violence or war or anything
No,
like
no,
that.
yeah.
I'm asking for like representation, recognition.
Oh, the reason why I'm asking, I was just wondering.
I think that's the only way. That's the only way to get respect, right? If we get everybody to understand what the fuck a Mexican is and what indigenous is and shit. I just think that on this app there's a lot of fucking fuckery and shit.
Yeah, there is, bro. But I guess my question was like, what kind of pushback do you get from like the native, card holders and stuff from the United States? I can imagine. I can imagine they're not your friends, huh?
Why wouldn't they be?
They understand. It's just like Mexican, like Chicanos. There's Chicanos that come up here that are totally assimilated, and they fucking talk shit to me. And then I get it from natives. I get it from African Americans. I get it from white people. I get it from every single
Colonized people
dynamic.
don't get it.
Yeah.
Decolonized people understand. It's about giving the land back to the indigenous people. We're just Mexicans that are pushing it.
Right. No, but I know. But there's a bunch of natives.
Mexico
There's a bunch of Native Americans in on TikTok that are like, "No, y'all Mexico and we're America" or something like that.
Because they've assimilated
I'm
and they
Mexican
bought
American.
into the rhetoric, right?
I'm
So
a fucking
they're
American, motherfucker.
they also
Figure
those
that
ones
out.
are also the ones that think that their tribal card is what makes them indigenous.
Yeah, you're right. 100%. 100%. Like they need validation from the white tee. It's like, hey, bro, we don't need that shit. We know we're indigenous. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't need that shit. But I run into that a lot. That's why I asked that question.
Do you be telling people posting that stuff, make America Mexico again?
Nah, bro, but I represent for the Mexican, bro. Like I'm Mexican American. I was born in Texas and shit, and like forever, like I didn't have any roots to Mexico personally. You know what I mean? Like growing up, I mean, obviously other than the way I look, but up until like maybe a year ago when I ran my my DNA and then started doing my family tree, I'm like, fuck, bro, like I'm Mexican. You know what I'm saying? Like, so then it changed my mind on not my mind but my heart, and how I felt. So I've just been trying to represent and shit, because at the same time, like my family also comes from like the Apaches as well. So hell, I can't even say that, bro. Like they attack me and shit. Like, oh, you don't have a card, you're not Apache. I'm like,
Laugh
fuck.
at them.
Yeah,
Laugh at them. I hate that. I
do.
hate when
I
our
do.
people digress. Stop digressing.
I got
Digression
that for a
shouldn't even
little
be
bit
in our
because
language.
yeah, because I'm Mexican, and I am Mexican American, and at the same time I'm Yaqui. So I got that same thing, man.
Yeah.
Just hold tight, who you are.
Well,
and
I try to tell them, like, bro, I got the lineage and the DNA to prove it, bro. I'm not like these fucking white folk or the pretendians, trying to claim some shit. You know what I mean? Like I'm different, bro. Like I understand where you.
well, I'm not even trying to get. Yeah, I'm not even trying to get reparations like that.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I want fucking the for the betterment of everybody. Like my wife says it, like it's a 3-legged race and shit. Like get out the way, something like that.
Yeah, I think pretty soon, bro. Like
Get out the way, motherfucker.
like they're trying to the government's trying to wipe them out with that whole blood quantum shit, right? So like pretty soon they're gonna be
I think it's too late. Nah, I'm just playing. I don't think it's too late. I think that all of us have to think and pay attention when you're gonna shake the hands with the devil.
I don't need. Have y'all ever ran into?
That makes sense, man. I don't know if that made sense to you guys. No, go ahead.
Have y'all ever ran into Posky? Posky, he's a dude from Arizona. Like, check this fool out, bro. Like his fucking his tribe split up, right, at some point in time, and he's from Arizona. His tribe's from Arizona, so his tribe split up into another band, and the band went down, which was basically right below Arizona, which is Mexico right now. And this fool was like, "Oh, those ain't my people." I'm like, "Bro, that's straight up your blood cousins. What you talking about?" Like he's that serious about it, I'm like, "Damn, bro, you're wild." His own fucking primo, man, talking about those ain't his people. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. Like, oh, thank you, Fantasy girl.
So, anyways,
we do the same thing when it goes to gangs. When it goes to a lot of things, we separate ourselves.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, man. So this is he's just another dude that's just saying it, man. I get it all the time, though. I get what you're saying, and I think as Mexicans, man, is that thank you. I think Mexicans, that's what it is. That's what's locked. With our with my success or with your success is my success. Like that's what Mexican is. We're protectors and we're givers, and we're not takers. So it doesn't bug me that Um, if they want to be like separated, it's okay, man, because Mexico has a long history. Being a Mexican, being Mexica, has a long history of being about the people. So that's what I'm gonna hold on to.
That's what's
Hopefully
up.
that helps you, Doug.
No, that's what's up. Yeah, I'll never deny my roots, though. They can cry as much as they want, but like I said, I know what I am. I got everything to back it up. I may not have a card, but fuck it, I don't need it.
It's not even necessary. It's not necessary. It's what you stand for. What do you stand for? What do you believe in? Like that whole thing about like they could like to come up and always tell us, "Oh, you got Spanish blood in you." Okay, so we're supposed to like dummy down our indigeneity because colonization happened. These are all TikTok talking points. These are not reality. This is not a reality that like we can't let that infiltrate like our purpose. What is
And
that?
most of us, I don't know about everyone, but most of us that I've seen, that the Spanish side is like the smallest side. It's like, less than 20%. At least a lot of people that I've ran into.
Yeah. There's only a few Mexicans I met that only have like 20% indigenous. And they're usually all messed up in the head. Yeah. Yeah, they're usually all messed up. Like they voted for Trump and shit. Hey, what happened?
I had to put gas, so I'm just I can't get my charger because I'm on 2%.
Oh, okay. Man, what the fuck is all this?
Oh,
You learn how to make, man. I can't share shit with you. All right, everybody. I'm gonna take a break for a little bit. It's been beautiful, as always. Styles, Negbone, thank you for coming back up. The Truth Seeker, very nice meeting you.
See you, man. Appreciate it.
And thank you, brothers, for coming up.
Goodbye.